bunch of guys gather responsibly in their own houses on the internet to play some Dungeons & Dragons and I kick my flatmate.
Whoop whoop!
Well done, everyone.
Dear. Hey everyone, how's everyone doing?
Sorry, I couldn't have told that any better.
We have wine in San Francisco.
You have wine in San Francisco or in your actual house. Because apparently
It's
it's...
a close location. Which
Yes.
Mayor Francisco.
Yeah.
Which is all of 15 yards of where we normally play.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Upstairs. Straight up. So we're trying something different today. We're playing remotely and seeing if this system works any better. We hope so, because then you guys will be able to see us and you'll be able to join in and hopefully you'll get to break up some of the tedium. Well, chat, say hello.
Because, we paid for it.
We're always paying for it, Connor. But we have everyone. We even have Ross out of the seclusion closet that he was hiding in. Hey, Ross.
Hey, I'm alive.
He is alive. Yeah, he's got his character, so we're going to see how this goes. But yes, everyone is well. We are all fine. Jared is dealing with life.
Chaos.
He's got kids and a wife to deal with, so he's not going to be joining us today. But Matt will puppet Kafina in his absence, probably.
Nope.
So, where we last left off, you guys were travelling along the Anarchic Canal and had made your way across the lake and had arrived into the swamp of Rancor. Having made your way vaguely near that swamp, you were met, shall we say, by some of the original denizens of the swamp, of several black dragons who came up and had an interest in you, and then had an interesting conversation with Kelatar. Having agreed with Fulmar, the seemingly older of the dragons, you then said you would go and meet their father, Belgabad the Bone Melter, to try and get rid of the green intruder menace that had taken over his domain. You sailed into the swamp and disembarked by the Red Skull and travelled north to see what would lead you up there, looking for a pair of blue pears. Exactly. Having travelled a little bit, you were attacked by a spectrally animated pile of peat, which then sought you out. What are you doing?
Sorry, it looks like Connor's wearing a hat.
He is wearing a hat.
He is wearing a hat.
I am wearing a hat.
Sorry.
But I'm not with you guys.
I'm trying to set the world we live in. I was trying to set a background of a swamp and it's just not working.
There you go. Good enough, but you just disappear. But after being attacked by the peat mammoth, you unleashed the will-o-wisps and camo Ross. Thank you. And the ghosts, one of which possessed Foundling and led him on a frenzied beating spree of knocking everyone out. Ish.
Oh, I'm trying to.
Trying to, at least. Oh, Tom, you've disappeared.
I know.
Okay.
You can still see my forehead.
We can, yes.
That's the important bit.
That's all you need to see.
That is. Yes, that's what we pay to see if we go and see you in a play. But having... What?
It's the head of security.
There you go. Having gotten past the spirits, you continued on your journey and were met by a voice of a woman screaming, "Help me," from a hut. Most of you said we should ignore this is clearly a trap, and one of you said, no, we should not ignore this. At which point we... What?
Foundling said we shouldn't ignore it.
Yes, they did. But as the woman who was screaming burst out of the hut, another older, wrinkled, green-skinned woman burst into existence directly behind you and threw a bolt of lightning at you. So, just to check, said Actian, you didn't put yourself back to full, did you? Because there was damage taken.
What? Oh, no, I will have done. How much damage was taken?
How much damage are you down, Kelatar?
I'm down 23.
So 23.
Okay.
So at that point, I would say we're going to.
Oh, come on! I changed characters. My character needs to.
Helpful. Spotlight. That. There we go.
Oh. Figure what I use. Oh, even better. Please tell me something.
Let's see how well this works. It may not. So new system, so there's going to be trials and tribulations with how things look.
Looks good so far.
I might pop this
Yeah, I
over.
can do it really clearly.
Might pop this over here.
Yeah.
That'll do. So, to make things easier, I have put some of the colour rings around them. Foundling doesn't really need it because he's just they are just a giant set of nuts locked together. But Trick has got a black ring around them. Action, you've got a blue. Kelatar's got yellow, and Anna is red.
Yeah, I can see that. Real
And
quick.
Kafina is grey. So, initiative rolls for the hags. Yep, that's about right. And don't forget for Jumbo and Bink.
Oh, yeah.
So, 25 to 20, everyone.
Fuck. 23.
23?
Please tell me I'm not going first.
23 for whom?
Kelatar, sorry.
Kelatar. 23 is going first. Let's just leave that for the moment. Okay, 20 to 15.
Might be enough.
16.
16 for Foundling.
Where's it?
10 to 15.
17 for Bink.
17 for Pink.
14.
Right, okay. So a deer will go first. Alright, 15 to 10. Trick.
12.
12 for Trick. 10 to 5.
9.
5 for Action.
Jumbo. 6.
Jumbo goes 6. And Anna and Kafina.
4.
And 4 for Kafina.
Oh, goody.
So-
And also 4 for the hags.
Fair enough.
For the hags.
Stick Kafina right at the end and then.
Yeah, I'm just going to put that there. Alright, so top of the round is Kelatar.
Yeah, that's what I feared. Because I can't. I'm going to stand up
Alright.
and look at the map.
You guys can stand and look.
I'm going to come out of camera. Right.
So just get an elbow and a
How
chair.
it falls over the map.
Oh, I'm casting a great shadow. Sorry, which ones are the hags?
The hags. Oh, well, the hag is the green meeple there.
The green meeple.
Yes.
And the white meeple is the woman that was screaming?
It's a very
Correct.
friendly woman.
I've just realised something. I need to switch. Just realised because the microphone was highlighting the combat cam, which doesn't help.
Nice. Okay.
Carry on.
I'm
Carry on,
going
do your
to
thing.
step into position where I can see the hag.
Okay.
And I'm going to whistle something. I don't know what.
Use it later.
So I'll go with Eldritch Blast against the hag.
Okay, so you're going to step.
I'm going to step away from you, so I've got visual.
There.
Yeah, that'll do.
Go for it. Make attack rolls.
11.
11 misses.
So 25
Hits.
and more.
Yeah, more hits. That's one of the general rules of D&D. If you've
That's
got more,
cool.
it hits.
14 points of damage.
14 points of force damage to that hag. Alrighty.
I will say to Jumbo that he needs to stay hidden and keep safe.
Okay.
Action.
Oh, and to be aware for everyone, you are at half movement because this is swamp terrain. Just an FYI.
And I will. Yeah, because it's been too long. I will inspire Foundling.
Okay.
By saying, now's your chance to repay mainly Action For what happened earlier.
And I've inspired to the tune of a D10.
You are indeed.
Yes.
And that is.
I thought you played the lute.
Dear. Can you send Ross a message? Ross, can you just check into the stream just to make sure that everything's going okay for me?
It is going okay, I already am.
Sweet, thank you. Alright, that ends that turn. Bink, the deer,
Is.
will wait for Kafina.
Yeah, cool.
Well, actually, we'll say that Kafina and Bink are going at the same
Okay,
time.
I thought-
Kafina is riding Bink, because that makes more sense.
It's fine by me.
So, Foundling, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to work beside this hag.
Okay. You are the only one that is at full movement because you can run across water.
Yeah. But I didn't have to go very far, so
No.
I'm just going to give her a double tomper.
Go for it. Hit in the
Is that
face.
what they call it these
Oh,
days? That's a 17
Just hits.
and a 22.
That definitely hits.
I'm really sorry.
Thank you, Ross.
Ow.
A total of 18 damage.
18 points of damage, nice.
Then I will Flurry of Blows
Flurry of Blows.
and kick her a couple more times.
Okay.
Well, possibly not considering one of them is only a 13,
Misses.
but the other's 21.
That hits.
For 8 damage, and I will go for a stunning strike.
Okay, stunning strike. 21.
Yeah, that kind of beats my 15 DC.
I thought it might somehow.
Okay, that's my turn done.
Alrighty, brings us to Trick.
Okay, what's the lighting like?
It's sort of dim-ish. It's the middle of the day, but it is that thick canopy still, so it's sort of dim, lightish.
And how far away am I from the hag?
10 feet. Directly behind you.
Okay. I will turn round.
Yep.
I will. Come on. I will cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And throw it at the hag.
Go for it, make an attack roll.
Is it at advantage because of dim light, or is it not that dim?
It's not that dim, there's not that huge amount of tree cover for here.
Okay.
But you do get sneak attack if you hit.
Yep.
It's not as dim as Matt.
You can't be seen at the moment.
Wish I hadn't saved your character last week, now.
So that's a 19 on the dice.
That hits. That might
Wow.
So, just getting all my dice ready, you know how it is.
hit. Actually do.
It's not very good. $29 psychic damage.
29 points of psychic damage. Nice. Okay. As the shadowy blade and the tonfas whack into this hag, she sort of recoils back and hisses at you all.
I might also then back away a little so I'm closer to. Is that Fee and Axion behind me now?
Yeah, it's Kafina and Axion directly behind you.
So I might back away sort of 10 feet
Okay.
towards them.
There-ish.
Yeah, that's good.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Axion.
I would like to engage with the presumably hag.
It is a hag.
Cool. I will start swinging.
Go for it.
Cool. Swinging the glaive. Swinging the glaive. Okay. We got a 21 and a 26 and an 11.
The 21 and the 26, funnily enough, do hit.
Excellent. That's the good news. I was hoping. Oh, sorry. Before I do this, I will use a bonus action to enlarge myself.
Okay.
Before I roll the die.
You're
Just
now.
saved at the last second there.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm big and beefed up, so it's an extra D8, isn't it? So it's,
Yeah.
just give me a moment while I remember how to D&D again.
So there you go. There is Axion.
What is that trophy from?
That's a.
Wait, I gave you that trophy, didn't I?
Yes, you did. That's one of the old board gaming trophies that I won from Takedo, I think.
Does this make Axion the prize fighter?
Hey.
Oh.
8.
Means it's doing part of the champion.
It's not very good. It's 20 points of damage.
I mean, that's enough to lop its head off.
Woohoo!
Oh, nice.
As you just swing and.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Alright,
And
anything else?
that's me done, I think. Yeah, I'm just stood
Jumbo?
there.
Jumbo was instructed to run and hide, so he runs and jumps in this bush. Runs and jumps into a hedge. The rest of the hags reveal themselves.
Don't tell me they come out of the bush.
No,
Oh,
they do.
right.
They do come out of the magical woodwork. This one also.
Seems a bit silly, you see.
It is. Even the woman who has revealed herself. Actually, these people are right way back here. The three who had the one that was sort of disguised herself as a beautiful woman has now revealed herself to be a vicious hag.
That's a surprise.
Shock horror.
I know, right? So that on their turn brings us to that's them. So they are going to cast. I need for Action and for Trick to both make wisdom saving throws, please.
Ooh.
13.
Fail.
14.
Fail. So as these hags appear, they screech and yell out at you, just sister. You watch as two of them, their eyes turn black, and the two of you suddenly, as you're seeing this, are now blinded. Your own eyes just turn inky black, and you are now have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. At the end of each of your turns, you may make another wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Oh, helpful.
That's those two, which are now concentrating. So that's going to be where are my rings? They're down here. And then I would also need for Kelatar, Kafina, Foundling, actually all of you, to make another wisdom saving throw.
Whiz.
Yes, please.
Me. Oh, helpful. I like that. I like that number.
That's what it was for the inspiration.
Okay, that could be worse.
That one.
What's the
so
the effect of this?
we'll go through this one. This is a whole person.
Oh, right, okay. So it's not against being frightened.
No,
I get advantage.
on whole person.
No, on wisdom checks.
Wisdom saving
Wisdom.
throws. Say that again, Connor.
I get advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Just generally, or
My racial ability, yeah.
oh, okay. All wisdom saves, or just ones against it?
Advantage on- yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can check it on Beyond, it says it on there.
Well, I can't currently check anything because I've got so many things. I trust you. It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
I should have had advantage on those wisdom saves as well. But hey.
Yeah, gnome cunning. Oh well. Anyway, right. So, Foundling,
Natural 1 for a total of 3.
you are held. Whole person paralysis. Action.
Oh, wait, again?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear my name.
Sorry,
Wisdom.
it was everyone. Yeah, another wisdom.
Okay. I am on an 18 on that.
Okay, you're fine. Kelatar?
24.
Yeah, you're okay.
Natural 20.
Anna?
21.
Fine. Trick?
17.
Fine. And Kafina?
10.
So Kafina and Foundling are paralysed.
Oh, helpful.
Yay.
Held by whole person. And finally, the last one is going to cast. Who's being irritating so far?
Not me.
No one. Kelatar shot someone. Sure, Kelatar, make another wisdom save.
I knew I should keep my mouth shut. Oh no. 23.
Oh no, you're not polymorphed. Okie dokie. Alright, that ends their turns. Brings us to Anna.
Kill it.
I am going to fire off a 5th level guiding bolt at. Can I tell which one casts the old person or paralyzing?
Make a perception check.
11.
You saw that the red and the basically the ones on the map that are red and black were the ones who. Oh no, sorry, the ones that are red and blue were the ones who were.
I'll fire a 5th level guiding bolt at the red one.
Red one? Okay, go for it. Make your attack roll.
13 plus 8, 21.
21. Yes, that hits. Roll damage.
He's some kind of rogue or something.
No, just uses high level spells. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Connor, you might need to switch off the
5.
35 points of radiant damage on the red one.
Red one, yeah. I'll do that one.
Nice. That one, you just hit it with the divine radiance. And let's see if no, natural 1. So Kafina is no longer paralysed.
Okay, that kind of answers the question that I was going to ask.
At the end of the last session, I broke down a door with a spiritual weapon.
You did. It's still there.
Is that within 20 feet of anyone?
Yes, it is. It is 20 foot behind. It's the white one. So you can move it there and hit her.
It was just a normal.
Whose phone is that?
Not mine.
Not me.
So it's 9.
Okay.
My work. Right.
20.
20 hits. You had advantage because that's the one. Oh no, you didn't hit that one. Sorry, never mind. Carry on. 20 hits.
Does it have a plus?
Your wisdom modifier, I think.
9 points of damage.
9 points. Okay.
That is it.
Alrighty. Cool. Brings us to Kafina. Matt.
Yeah, sorry, just looking.
Kelatar's up next, which doesn't help.
Yeah, no.
I'll swap Kafina and Anna around actually, so that.
I've got a vague idea of what I'm doing with me anyway at the moment. Are the 3 at the back?
Oh well. Yeah. Invasion.
In.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, are the 3 near the hut within a 20-foot radius of each other?
Yes, they are.
Cool. I'm going to cast Storm Sphere.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw from. I'll place that there. Natural 1.
Well.
Unnatural 20. And a natural 20.
Okay.
So the red one gets knocked prone, I believe?
Each creature on the save, they take 2d6. No, it doesn't say so.
Oh, okay, just takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
6.
6 points of bludgeoning damage, nice.
And I can use bonus action to
She can use bonus action to throw a lightning bolt at someone.
at someone. Presumably not in the same turn.
No, it's part of the same.
Oh.
I believe so. I'll
So that's one thing I wasn't sure of.
I will check how Storm Spear works. I do like that spell, it's a pretty decent one. Yeah, bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends. So yes, on the same turn. With advantage if they are within the sphere.
Okay, going to hit the white one.
Go for it, make your attack roll. Advantage.
So 16 on the dice.
Yes. Definitely yes.
Take off the spell slot.
So that's 4d6.
Yeah.
So, ooh, how? Ouch. 10, 16, 19.
19 points of damage, nice. So the electricity inside the storm just swirls around and arcs out into this woman, racking her with pain, and she just arcs over, just snarling. I felt like there was a question coming from someone, or was that Ross trying to speak to someone off camera?
It was me saying, when's my turn coming up?
Your turn is coming up, you've got 3 turns before you. Escape! Kalatar.
I am going to look towards the 3 that are currently within a storm spear, and I'm going to attack each one of them with a ray of some kind.
Eldritch Blast, or you?
Eldritch Blast. Sorry, I forgot the name of my most used spell for some reason. Okay,
That sounds about right.
so front one.
Does he get advantage on one of them because of the guiding bolt?
Yes, you do. The first one, it has advantage. Thank you, Dom. Good call out. So the red one has, you have advantage on it.
Okay, I rolled a 14 and 16, so that's cool.
Yes, hits.
The black
Well,
one.
we have to roll. Remember to roll them separately. So you.
Yeah, that's what. That's what I did.
Black one, yeah. Straight roll.
That's a 15 on the dice,
Hits.
and the white one is a 19 on the dice.
Yeah, those all hit.
So a lot of D10.
Ross is back.
So the red one takes.
Let's get my food.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, just stupid. Red one takes 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Black one takes 8
Thanks.
and 10 for the white one.
Thanks for the white one.
Damage.
Ready. So you just throw out those eldritch blasts of energy through the storm, the cracking electricity within that ball, impacting into each of them very successfully. Well done, you. Needs to roll a con save for the one who is concentrating on eye bite. Yes, hold on, because it was just DC 10.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a rubbish DC.
Right. Foundling. Can't do a thing.
I'm not paralysed.
You are paralysed. Make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn. Whole person.
Okay.
Ah!
Two different ones.
Oh, 2 different ones. Fair enough.
Let's make sure that I'll use the inspiration.
Okay.
19.
That is a success. You are no longer paralysed.
Woohoo!
But that is the end of your
That's the
turn.
end of my turn.
It is. Trick.
Okay, so I'm blinded but not paralysed.
Correct. Well, you can see it's just your attacks and your sight is clouded somewhat, so you can still see and target,
Oh, okay.
but you are affected by
Okay,
eye
what
bite.
I'm going to do is just bonus action recall the Shadow Blade
Mm-hmm.
and action dodge.
Okay, take dodge action. Cool.
And then at the end of the turn,
Wisdom save.
and this time I will do it with advantage because it's against the spell.
It is.
So something I can do.
So
Have you put a concentration ring on
That's
the
a natural 20.
that is a success.
Thank you, Liam, I think.
I do
Yeah.
not know.
Your
Action.
name for your dice?
No, it's the critical roll dice. They've got different players have got different dice on them. Action.
Do you say I could see, but just a bit cloudy?
Yes, you can move around, but it's just when you try and hit things, your vision gets a little bit fuzzy and.
Sure. I'm gonna go up to Yellow Hag.
Indeed, stepping over the river does not take you very far. You are drunk.
And I'm going to Start a swinging.
Do a swinging.
Well, the other one would no. I'll do all 3 swings. I was just trying to see whether it was worth. Oh wait, hold on.
The other one has not been damaged yet.
Okay. Before I start swinging, I will invoke my EC, which is the Frost Rune.
Yes.
And I will increase my strength to 23.
Nice.
So I get an extra plus on my attack.
Mhm.
Add that. Okay, 3 swings. Here we come. We got a 21, 21, and an 8. Sorry, a 22, a 22, and a 19.
All hit.
Cool. Okay, so this is some good damage then, hopefully. Come on, damage die.
Goes to the house again.
Ooh, okay. We got an 18, a 22, 25, 30, 33, 40, 47, and then another 54 points of damage.
Another 54 or 54 total.
No, just 54 total.
Oh, Ross, that's not OP at all.
Oh, I did a thing.
Nice. As you just swing the glaive down, you practically cleave this poor hag in two.
Good.
Just hacking into her, repeatedly. She's still standing, but very much not happy with you. In fact, let's see if she... Oh no, she's not concentrating on anything anymore. She was the whole person. As has gone.
Oh, never mind.
As has... Did you do all those at disadvantage, by the way, Ross?
Oh, no, I did not.
Oh.
I got a 26, a 26, and a 21, so I think I'm safe.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Think they hit.
Alright, at the end of your turn, make another wisdom saving throw to see if you
Oh,
shrug
yeah.
off the eye bite.
That is... It's wisdom, is it, yeah?
Correct.
16?
You are no longer eye bitten.
Oh, nice.
So, that was a good use of their spells. Alrighty, that brings us to Jumbo, who is hiding in a bush.
He's hiding.
So I'm going to roll a stealth check for Jumbo.
That's 2, I think.
Okay, so he is rolling stealth with a 13. Part of him is still poking out of the bush. Alright, that brings us to the hags. They are going to do some things. Okay,
Things?
they're going to do things. All of the things.
Oh no.
Not things.
Let's make life tricky for the melee fighter.
Which one?
All of them.
Oh.
Alright,
Hey.
I need for Foundling and Actium, both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, not again.
That's all they do is wisdom saving
Ooh,
throws.
20.
That's 20,
19.
fine. 19, both okay. You feel as if they are trying to reach into your mind to pull out some of those most frightening things behind you, behind the layer of toughness that you each
Behind
have
us? What's behind us?
It's behind you.
Behind me.
within your minds, but they cannot pull it to the front. What, Connor?
What did Connor
It's
say?
me. I'm the hag's worst nightmare.
Alright, so that did not work. Let us do then. Let's try this one. It works. Let's blow those away. Too many spells that they have access to. That's great. Alright, they're just going to attack. They're just going to melee attack. Actian.
Sure.
So, that's 2 attack rolls with their claws is a 17
Does not hit.
and a 13, so no.
Wow.
That's nice.
And then the ones that are in the storm sphere are unsurprisingly going to get out of it because it makes their life easier. And
Move out of the way on.
sorry,
What did they move away from?
the storm sphere.
Storm sphere.
And then the one that hasn't done anything this turn is going to turn invisible and disappear.
Huh.
Alright, Kafina.
As a bonus action, I I'm going to shoot the red meeple hag.
Red meeple hag. Okay.
Out of the storm sphere.
With the lightning.
Yes.
Go for it. Make your attack roll.
Are they within 60 feet of the centre?
Yes.
Oh no, but they're not in the sphere.
Correct. So they're
Okay,
within
so
range, but they're not within advantage range.
Okay. You. It's 9 on the dice. I'm not sure what it's plussing. Hang on,
4
right at the
plus
top.
8, I think.
So 17.
Just barely hits.
46 damage. I'll take that. You just do that. 9, 10, 12.
12 points of lightning damage. Nice. Remember the ones or twos.
13.
Alrighty. What's the bonus?
And then, as an action, going to hit the black one with a static arc.
Okay.
Con save.
17.
I believe that makes it.
Alright, so
Yes.
the static fires out, but
60.
the mud seems to be insulating somewhat, and it just absorbs the electricity and earths it to the ground. Alright, that ends Kafina's turn. Anna, you're up.
How does the red hag look?
Haggish.
Haggard.
Does she look haggard?
Haggard, yeah.
That's fine. I would like to cast Silence
Okay.
over the yellow and blue meeples.
Okay. Silence has been cast.
So it's like it's a 20-foot sphere,
Yep.
and I would like the sphere to be just at like Axion's toes, so it's more behind them.
Okay.
So basically, if they want to not be silent, they would have to disengage from Axion.
So it's sort of like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then can my spiritual weapon hit anyone?
Yes, it could go for the red one.
If a spiritual weapon hits anyone in a silence spell, does it make a sound?
No, but luckily the silence spell is on the other side of the battle map.
18.
Hits.
8 points of damage.
8 points of spiritual weapon damage to the red one.
Awesome.
Nice.
That is my turn.
Ready? That brings us to Kelotar.
Oh, it's me. Can I see the yellow and blue ones? Are they just kind of hidden by
I
Axion?
mean, you can kind of see them. They've got partial cover because of the size of just Action's girth.
Well.
What a girl.
In which case, I'm going to send 2 Eldritch Blast Rays at the black meeple
Okay.
and 1 at the red one.
Okay, go for it.
2 at the black one. You not good. A 15 and an 18.
15 misses, 18 hits.
Yeah, I thought so. And the one at the red one, 17.
17 just hits.
Cool. Okay. 4 for the black one, and I've missed the tray. Come back.
See, what you need, Matt, is one of the bigger trays. Then you won't miss it.
And a 6.
6 to the red one.
Yeah.
She's looking real bad.
And then that is my turn.
Alrighty, brings us to Foundling.
Yeah. I would like to use my extreme speed to move around behind the blue one without going into melee, so I can attack the yellow one and hopefully finish her off.
Go for the other one? Okay, fine. As you rush through, it gets, there's like an ear pop, and it's suddenly really quiet for a moment, and then you rush around the other side of it, and you pop out the other side, it's like, oh.
Weird.
You're sort of half in the silence, half out of it, so you've got your left ear, you can hear things going on, the splashing of water, and your right ear, you can't hear anything. It's odd.
Well, I'll go with the right top for first. Silent but deadly.
Sure.
Please tell me he kills it.
18 on the dice.
Hits.
No, 18 total, sorry, not on the die.
Oh, still hits.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
Second strike.
Yes.
Yeah, that's unnatural 20.
Yep.
Another 10 damage.
Another 10. Okay. Barely holding on.
And flurry of blows.
Go for it.
Yeah, another unnatural 20.
Yes.
For 9 damage.
That is enough. So, having struck her twice with the tonfa, sort of around the chest area, you just take a foot out of the slick mud and poof, just boot her into Action's chin.
That was my kill. I've left one for you. And I still have one unarmed strike to use on them.
You do?
So I will move up and try to kick them with a natural 20. So
Yeah.
that's going to work.
That'll do it.
Oh, that's some good dice. That's 16 damage.
Oof.
And I'll make it a stunning strike as well.
Sure, for the hell of it. Nope, that's an 8.
Oh no.
They are stunned.
They are stunned.
It's your baby.
It's all yours.
You just, seeing this one lose its sister, you just managed to get past it and get the psychological shock of just an elbow to the temple. And
Yeah, that will do it.
that will do it. Trick.
Ring the bell.
How far away am I from the blue hag?
You are about 20 feet.
And is Actian between me and her?
Yes.
Right. I will go along the river a little so that he is not between me and her.
Yep.
Yeah,
There.
that's about right.
That's your
And
maximum
I'll chuck
movement.
my shadow blade at her.
Do it.
If she's stunned, is that with advantage
Yes.
or not? Because it is.
Yes.
Cool. 26.
Yes. Many damage.
Why did I put the dice away?
No. Did you think I was going to get rid of all your possible sneak attack options?
Oh, really low. Do I add my dexterity bonus?
Yeah. It's treated as a finesse weapon, so yes.
Yeah, 31
Woo.
psychic.
That's good.
Ow. Nice. She, if anything, that's making her head ring even more as the psychic energy from the blade, instead of piercing and actually physically wounding her, just rack her system. She's not having a good day. It's about to get worse.
Bonus action, I'll get the blade back.
Okay, her day's about to get a lot worse. Action.
Ah!
I start a swinging.
Do.
Excellent. Should I just swing up? I'm not within running distance of anyone else, am I?
No, they're too
Okay,
far.
so I'm just going to go all
Oh,
three swings.
hang on. Having said that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to roll for these for one right now.
Yeah.
While you're narrowing. With advantage. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Aren't they
I wasn't.
if he hit as well?
Sorry.
Aren't they auto crits if he hits?
Yeah, 'cause it's paralysed.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I probably won't need all of these swings then. This one's a 19 to hit.
Yeah. Yes. Crit.
Okay, so then that is, hold on 1 second, 8, 11, and then again, that's 19 plus 7 is a number, it's 26 for the first hit.
26. Ouch. Okay.
Still standing?
Just.
Okay, I'll go for another swing.
You have cleaved an arm off. What?
That's a crit.
I mean, it was a crit anyway, so yes.
So double crit?
No. Oh, hello.
No, unfortunately not. That one
Your McAfee
is
popped up on
9,
the screen.
12, 27.
I'll explain later. Yeah, that one.
27.
Yeah, you just hacked her into tiny little pieces. You sort of slice her arm off with the first strike, and the second one you just cleaved her in half.
Thank you for sharing. And then, am am I? How? I mean, is it difficult terrain? This whole area.
It is difficult terrain, and oh no, sorry. Well, they weren't auto crits, but you were going to do enough damage anyway. That's confused me because it's whole person as the paralysis, not stunned.
I mean, I've done some amount of damage anyway. I can't think right now. I've done at least 40 points of damage there. I think.
Yeah, you know, even without the crit, so yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
She would have died this turn anyway. I mean, the only way you could realistically get there is if you wouldn't be able to get there, but you could action surge dash to get a good distance.
Would I do that? Yes, I would. Would it? No, I won't do that.
You've got a hand axe. You could throw it.
I will. You know what? I will. I'll move as close as I can, please.
Okay. Which way would you like to go around this tree? Would you like to come this way towards me, or that way towards this wood?
I will go the closer to the camera way.
Hang on. Wait. What? You want to go? Oh, okay. This way. So one, two,
Yes,
three.
in the
There.
frowning area, yeah.
That's your distance.
Is that literally? Do I still have? Am I within range?
I would say you've got partial cover because because you're large, you can sort of lean around and have a look, but there is a tree in between you and them.
You know what? I'm just going to hold fire. I'm
Okay.
I'm going to eye up my next target.
Okay.
Wait, in fact, it's a fair question. Sorry. Is everyone within 60 feet of me right now?
Everyone? Yes.
Okay, I'm happy. Continue with your life.
I shall. Jumbo is still hiding. Brings us to the hags that are remaining. The two that are still visible will look at each other.
Yeah.
And
We'll see you again.
they completely vanish from sight.
Bitches.
Let's go fuck up their house.
Go into the house.
I want to join your church, Anna.
Yeah.
Is that Trick or Tom?
Tom. Sounds like fun.
There you go. You can switch to that view now.
What?
So I can change views. So we can
Oh.
see everyone now.
Are we out of initiative?
We are indeed. So let me just drop the cancel spot over here.
Cool. I will call Jumbo back to me. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted. Oh, fuck's sake. Wrong thing. Can I cast Mending on him?
Yeah, you can.
And give him a hit dice back?
Sure.
Because he's a bit weak.
Alright. So, Anna and Trick, you're going to. Did you say you were investigating the house?
Yeah, because they said they were doing a ritual in there, and that sort of stuff shouldn't be going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Okay. Make an investigation check as you get in there, Anna. So when you step
Can I
inside,
make an investigation check, please?
I would rather Trick made the investigation.
Trick can make an investigation check with advantage. Meanwhile, I'm going to tell you what you see in there. So you step in, and you see that there is the home has been rather awkwardly carved out of weird planks of this wood that has just been left around, interwoven slightly to give it shelter, but it doesn't really keep out any of the moisture outside or anything like that. It stinks to high heaven. But there are a few things dotted around. There's a couple of maybe half a dozen like cots that you can like military cots,
Alright.
like beds basically to keep them out of the water. There is also a child's cot in there as well, which looks. You're doing your investigation, Trick.
32.
You find you find nothing at all ever. No. Looking around into that cot, there actually does look like that there was something in there. Not necessarily recently, but sort of in the last maybe week or so. But you also find looting around, pulling out drawers and looking inside chests and other things, you find a small glass vial with a sort of pink liquid contained within it that, as you sort of move it around, there is a heart-shaped bubble that just floats up. You also find a small glass, another small glass vial corked with a sort of a slight yellowish oil within it. You can sort of tell it's oil as you sort of tip it through, and the way it moves has that viscosity to it. As well as a potion of greater healing. Then you find a small bag that, as you sort of open it up, there is the end of a rope that you sort of pull out, keep pulling, and keep pulling, and it doesn't seem to ever stop.
Oh.
At some point, I would just stop and start putting the rope back in the bag.
Yep. It takes you about 2 hours later. You realise that's probably the good thing to do. No. You also have this glass orb that is just sort of sitting on a table. It's not. Looks like it would be the sort of thing that'd be a crystal ball, but as you look at it, it's irregular in its patterns. It sort of feels lighter than a crystal ball. You've seen a few of those in the astrology classrooms and divination classrooms. It doesn't have the same weight to it, so you need some time to sort of study this to try and work out what exactly it is, as well as a sort of burnished steel rod with a button on top.
Okay. I will put all those things in my bag of holding, and I will accept the potion of healing, which I'll offer round, and I'll identify them later.
Okay. Alright. Sorry, Connor?
Sorry?
Does anyone want that healing potion?
I have some already.
I'm okay.
For obvious reasons, I don't need one.
One of
I
them.
actually,
What are you going to say, Trick?
I could, I guess, actually do with one. I don't have anything like that at the minute.
Oh, there you go. Then. Finders, keepers, and all that.
Alright, so you have a potion of greater healing.
Greater healing?
Yes. 44.
Is that 4d4 plus 4, that one?
Yep. Alrighty. Anything else you guys want to do here? There are a few other books and an alchemy set that is within the within this hut, but nothing else of any particular interest.
Is anyone any good at tracking?
Everyone checks.
I mean, I'm not bad, but I'm sure there are people that are better than I am.
Just want to see how frequently they might visit this location.
Can I check for traps or tracks?
Make a survival check.
Ooh, 16?
16. Looking around the room, the tracks are virtually impossible to keep here because of the swamp nature. The mud keeps moving around. The water is still sort of partially flowing, at least, so it sort of obscures tracks. But looking around, in particular in this home, this looks like this is where they live. They may have somewhere else that they live part time, but this certainly seems like it's somewhere that they do reside on a regular basis.
Do we just want to wait until they get back? We have places to be.
So
Continue to remain vigilant in case of a further ambush.
my only thinking of that is, as our friend Foundling says, we've got other things that we really ought to be doing soon. We were told to head north for a day.
Yes.
For a day to find a pair of blue pears or a blue pear or whatever it is. We'll find out when we get there. But what I'm still unsure of is whether that's a day of our walking so slightly slower than normal, or a day of a dragon's travel, which is obviously going to be quicker.
Right. Either way, we need to keep moving.
Okay, I'm just saying that we could just set up a little ambush, but we can move on. As I say, I'm going to strip some like bark off a tree and just start chewing on it.
Sure. You have a delicious snack. Alright, anyone else doing anything here, or should we move on?
Move along.
Alright. So, you set off, heading north, following the river, along your way. What is the marching order, please?
I suppose I ought to go near the front at least, given that I was the one that made this agreement.
Okay, so Callata.
I'm happy for someone else to go in front of me if they want.
I'll go in front because I was supposed to be leading.
Okay, so I'm going to put it like this so that you guys can see.
I'll go next.
Foundling.
I'm happy to go somewhere near the back, I don't mind.
Actium somewhere.
I'll bring up the rear.
Alright. And that puts Kafina there.
He can go right in the middle.
Alrighty. And that has gone. So, as you walk through there, I will say Anna and Kelatar, make perception checks for me, please.
Ladies first.
What was it? Perception?
Yes, please.
19.
19.
18.
Okay. You keep an eye out on for various things. You do see a few more birds flying through. Couple of those will-o-wisps that you've come across before that sort of pop up out of a bush, float around for a little bit, and then float back down again and disappear. Nothing seems to be particularly troubling you at the moment. You're also noticing that as you're getting further along here, you're starting to notice that the smell is getting less decomposed and rotting plant life. There's also a little bit more of a meaty and sort of acrid smell coming in.
Because weren't we looking for a red gem? A red skull?
You've already had the red skull. You saw that.
The pair of blue pairs.
Yes. Tom, we're going to see your head again. The top of your head. I mean, slightly better. We'll let you worry about that.
Do I get the sense that we're not as surrounded by hags or just kind of forest life in general than we might be?
Make a nature check.
Does it feel like there's been a dragon fight that's got here recently?
17.
17. I'll answer that in a second, Connor. It does feel like that there's less paying attention to you than there was earlier on in the forest, in the jungle.
Okay.
As if there is something that is devoiding some life away, sort of an intimidating presence that's keeping things away as we're getting further north. From your view, Anna, no, there's nothing around here that particularly would indicate a dragon fight has occurred anywhere near here. But as you keep going, you eventually start to notice that there are no creatures flying around, and that acrid, acidic smell starts to burn at the back of your throat as you breathe in. And burning your nostrils slightly, sort of when you stand over vinegar cooking. But you all start to notice it now as you're getting closer to what you presume to be your destination. At this point, it's probably around 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And you are uncomfortable. It is humid, it is warm. You've been walking through the mud most of the day. You've been walking through some shit most of the day. It is just awful for you guys.
Cool.
But you start to notice, Anna and Kelatar, that there are blue pears growing out of trees.
Okay.
There's also pear-like fruits that are growing out of these trees. And you start looking around. You may reach for one if you like.
Yeah, I'll pluck one.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw. 16. It's actually quite delicious. It's a lot sharper than a regular pear. So you still got that.
Blades hidden inside.
Yeah, it's all the razor blades have been contained within it. No, it's just a lot sharper and a lot more. It's a lot closer to a citrus fruit than a normal pear would be, but it has got that fleshy texture. Probably closest to a grapefruit.
Okay.
That kind of thing, but it has the weird texture of a pear.
It was nice, yeah. I just finished off the rest of it.
Okay. And then you fall down dead because that's what kills you. No.
Do I see anything that might be considered as a blue pear?
Make a perception check.
Bloody hell. 24.
24, okay. You start looking around in these trees, and there are pears that sort of grow. They don't grow in complete bunches, they sort of grow individually off ends of branches. There is one tree that you can see that has more fruit growing from it. And as you go to inspect, what you can see is that there is one pear that has grown out. But the way that it's grown essentially like a Siamese twin. So it's got one pear, and then growing out of the side, almost like a tumour, is another pear that is grown. That the stem is hanging upside down, which is really confusing to see.
Yeah. I will head towards that tree and say, I think this is where we ought to be headed.
It is.
Oh shit. that was in character.
Was it? As you look up and you see Fulmar, the young black dragon who you had met previously, looking down at you.
Yeah. What's the voice I remembered?
Welcome.
This kind of sounds the only one that can understand them, isn't he?
Not at the moment.
No.
So actually, no, speaking in Draconic, I've just realised he doesn't have tongues up, so all you would have heard is Grania.
I will cast tongues again upon seeing my black-scaled friend.
I will mind link with it.
Okay.
Oh god.
You mind link with it. It looks up and then looks down at you as you mind link with it and then says to you, Kelatar, you have arrived then, in one piece.
We had a mild inconvenience on our travel, but we passed, and we are here ready to aid.
Very well. Follow me. And he jumps down out of the tree and starts walking away from that particular pair.
Dragon walking.
Just proudly walking.
I turn around and go, I think we should follow him. They. Them?
It's just him.
Oh, okay.
But as you sort of follow him, you grab another pair.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing a few on the way.
Alright, it's
Are you
delicious.
eating the mutant pear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright, so you follow him for a short while before you get to a slight clearing of the trees where they have been pushed aside. But it seems to be the way that they've broken is that something has landed and pushed them out and just sort of snapped them in the middle, and the trees have fallen then over the top, looking like giving some sort of shelter to the thing that's underneath it.
Yeah.
And as you get closer, you see a large amber eye open wide, just glaring at you. And you begin to see out of the shadow the form of an adult black dragon.
Mm-hmm.
He is lying flat along the ground, his torso lying in a long trench of water, clearly that has been torn away with his claws. And even folded, you can see the torn and scarred and tattered wing, and that a claw is missing from the right forepaw.
Okay.
There is a large chunk of flesh that has been torn out of the left shoulder and neck, and the flesh itself appears to be raw, red and weeping a sort of a white-green pus that is just sort of oozing out of the wound. Fulmar stops and looks back at you and says,
"This is Belgabad the Bone Melter, my father."
I look at him, and then to Belgabad. I stare Belgabad straight in the eye that I can see.
Yes.
And I bow.
What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I'll follow Sis and bow.
Okay.
I will.
Apparently, I'm going to be eaten at some point, so I'm bow.
Okay. Action, what were you doing?
I'm going to do like a half kneel kind of thing.
Okay. Trick? Anything?
I'll jerk my head in a somewhat awkward fashion.
Fair enough. Just, the head comes up and swings round to look down his long nose at each of you. Yeah, it's a little close for comfort, and you can sort of feel that as he breathes out the sort of hot, acrid breath that washes over you.
So it's a dragon. Any closer than sort of 5 miles is too close.
Yeah. And he says, in common,
Oh.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. My sons say you have offered assistance. A green menace that has taken my home.
and he looks as if he tries to stand up, and then his left shoulder gives way. And he's
My lord, do not try and exert yourself. I can see that you are hurting. That's the reason we're here. To help in any way that we can, to return you home.
I was told one of you knows the healing arts.
I point at Anna.
And I point to Axiom.
No, that's not me.
make a deception check, Anna. At disadvantage.
Why?
So it's either a natural 20 or a 19.
Ah,
No.
total off.
My deception, 21.
I mean,
He looks back at you.
I do not have time for games. Inspect the wound if you wish. You may approach.
So, I'm gonna go and see this big gaping hole in the side of the dragon and pretend I know what I'm doing.
Make a medicine check. Does anyone wish to help with this?
I don't think we'd like to help.
Okay,
I'll make sure to get permission to approach before approaching.
you are given permission to approach. So make a medicine check with advantage.
26.
26, okay. You can tell from this that the wound is infected by some sort of poison. The particular poison you notice is from something that you have spied upon in various dream visions, something that's been talked about as an assassination measure. This is the poison of the rancor apple seeds within the wound. I would say, upon discovering that, make a nature check. And if you say this out loud, other people can also make a nature check to see if they know anything about it. I would say foundling. You
16.
16. Okay. The main thing you get from it is that the seeds are poisonous as a mechanism to help spread further growth because it grows particularly well out of flesh. But whilst those seeds are poisonous, the tips of the roots that grow are neutralizing to the poison, so that as the new tree grows, it isn't poisonous in of itself, which means the fruit can continue. It's just part of its weird life cycle. It seems to be some sort of odd cataclysm of magic that has infected these particular trees as they were being sort of grown in this particular area.
Do I know how to stop it?
Make a history check just to see if you know anything about that.
Oh, I might. 15.
15, okay. You do know that the poison is immune to magic to remove, so something like a lesser restoration would not remove this poison. But you can get the roots of a rancor apple tree and make it into a poultice that would then neutralise the poison.
Is there any of that knocking about?
Not here, you can ask.
I will ask the dragon.
Belgabad thinks for a moment.
The rancor apples grow in a grove near my old lair.
Of course they do, which is where the green dragon is now.
Correct. However, the oldest rancor apple tree has deep roots, and these roots go into an underground cavern system. We are not able to go there. But if you were to seek the root and make the poultice, then I would reward you. And reward you again once you help me gain my home.
How far away is said tree?
It is below the ground. It would take perhaps a half day of travel for you to reach it and back.
Oh, and back.
Yes.
That seems very reasonable. We are on a bit of a time schedule, but I'm sure we can fill you in somewhere.
Good.
Possibly a cavern system running near the other dragon's location could be useful as an infiltration route.
There are passages which used to go into my lair back when I had servants of kobolds, but they perished in the battle. Those may be useful for you if you are to make an attack, but we would need to coordinate.
As he winces now, as there's sort of a sudden surge of pain as another pustule in the shoulder starts to weep.
I think the first priority is to find the root and break the poultice. I have a herbalism kit. I can assist with that.
Okay. Might as well go now.
So
No time like the present.
how far is it?
Do we have
It
half a
takes
day?
about half a day there and back to get there and back.
Do we have half a day?
There and back.
Yeah, you have a few. You have a few days. Oh, what to get to the actual? What to get to the lair or to get to the tree?
Get to the tree.
Today, before we get tired.
To get to the tree would take is about half a day there and back. The lair, I think you've got 3 days left before the meeting, and it'll take you maybe a day and a half to get to the actual lair itself from where you are.
Okay. So effectively 2 days
Yeah, so good.
to do both.
Doable.
Very doable.
And the tunnels could be a good way of spying on the meeting.
I think at this stage there it's quite likely that we will definitely be combining the two events.
I would feel happier about fighting a dragon if we could attempt to heal this one first and have a dragon of our own on our side.
That was one thing I was going to attempt to ask.
What would you ask of me?
I would simply ask of your greatness that you be an ally of ours in the upcoming attempts to regain your home.
Once I have recovered my strength, I will join you.
My reason for asking is shortly there is due to be a meeting of some nefarious peoples that have done wrong to us. I was hoping, and I think we all were, that you would aid us in ridding the world of these people.
What is it that you say? The enemy of my enemy is my ally.
That is exactly the phrase that I've always used.
Very well. We shall attempt this together once I have recovered. So you might as well hurry.
Yes.
No time like the present.
Bye!
Can someone show us the way into the cave system and point us in the right direction?
Fulmar pipes up at that point and says,
Yes, I will take you to the entrance tunnel.
Much
I motion
obliged.
to try his back.
"Sorry,
Well, can we get on his back?
the young dragon? No."
All of us. One of us could.
Cool.
Would have been cool, but no, he won't let you. It's not far as he sort of leads you away for it to where there is what looks to be a small rock shelf that has somehow submerged out of, has arrived out of this swampy area, but has a carved cylinder which allows you to crawl through and get into it. Formar looks at you and says,
Good luck.
before turning around and flying back. Anna, with your medicine check and your knowledge of the rancor apples, you do know that once the poison has gotten to the stage that it's at, the creature that is poisoned by it has roughly 48 hours for the poison to be administered. It's on the side, Matt. Otherwise, it will perish.
mean, I'll take that with a grain of salt. I might want it to perish. I'm not sure yet.
I mean, I'd much prefer the help of a black dragon than not against it. Another one.
Yeah, but if he dies, then we don't have to fight the green dragon.
Except just where the meeting we need to get
I say,
to
I
is.
think we're going to have the green dragon at the meeting of the cult, whether we like it or not.
So, down the little dark cylinder thing we go.
Who is leading the way through the tunnel?
Go on,
Not
then.
me.
Anna. Okay.
No, Anna said not me.
Oh, not you. Well, you're the only one that said anything, so...
I'll go.
Kelotar's going first.
I'll go first.
Kelotar is
Second.
going first. Action is going second. Action, it's a bit of a struggle for you with your antlers. But you can get through easily enough. Who's next?
I'll go third.
Third foundling.
Then I'll go.
Anna. Okay. And then...
I'll go at the back.
Okay, and then Kafina. Kafina will have to banish her steed.
Fair enough.
Because it will not fit down here. Bink is able to follow. Jumbo is able to follow just about because he's small. But it's difficult for a deer to crawl through a muddy tunnel. So where is Jumbo?
I will instruct Jumbo to stay behind Anna.
Okay. So there you go. You have a kaleidoscope staring behind you, Anna.
Yeah.
All right. And so with that, you start
Prism.
crawling through the passageway. All of you are on hands and knees, even Kafina in some areas, to get through. She's
Holy cow.
She would have to be at a very long stoop, and it's just easier to be crawling. The tunnel is constantly sloped downwards and spirals in a sort of anti-clockwise direction. It feels oddly familiar for Kafina and Kalatar. For the escape from in the Shadowfell via Cedric's Badger Tunnel.
Ah, yes. How sloped?
Maybe 30 degrees.
Oh, okay. Nothing.
Well, still
Yeah.
a fair amount. But with the spiral, it sort of is leading you downwards, clearly. After about an hour of crawling through the mud, your back and your arms are stiff, your clothes are completely soaked, there's mud in every crevice of your armour. It feels awful. But there is light casting some shadows.
Where's the light coming from?
End of the passage. Round the corner.
God. I go up to the corner.
Okay.
And I stop at the edge of the wall and I peer around.
Okay, you peer around. The passage seems to widen at that particular point, and you can see daylight.
Can I see anything else?
Not from this angle.
Okay. I will carefully make my way round the corner
Okay.
and head towards the daylight.
Okay, you head towards the daylight. You start getting closer, and you can feel yourself in a position where you can stand up and have a look out. The tunnel does expand to that degree. But as you step forward, you now find yourself at the edge of a cliff, or poking out of a cliff. As you sort of look around, there is, up above you, there is a single floating orb, which is just protruding daylight out. And below,
Okay.
there is what looks...
Please don't be a village of mimics.
Sorry?
Please don't be a village of mimics.
No. No. Despite the fact that there is no natural light, this is clearly an arcane effect,
Mm-hmm.
or perhaps because of it, there is plant life flourishing below.
Okay.
But it's weird because there's no sense of the peat or the stagnant water that there was on the surface. Down here, it feels fresh and full of life. There are multicoloured birds that fly past you, some vibrant colours of, sort of parrot-like creatures, but purple and gold. that just fly straight past you, and other shades that cross your eye line. There's a small flock of them just flutter past you. There is a jungle below you, maybe 100 foot down at the base. But some of the treetops are just 30 foot away in terms of height from where you are in the cliff. And it extends up maybe another 30, 40 feet or so before it gets to this large self-contained area. It is so contrasting with the jungle of Rancor, with its darkness and murky waters and the dark greens in there. In comparison here, where the leaves are almost a lime green, sort of similar to Kelatar's colouring, that sort of allow the brightness of the colours and the creatures to shine through. You look down and you can see that there is a huge creature, similar in physicality to a Stegosaurus, but with long plank-like plates that look like they're covered in some sort of plant matter. And it sort of wanders halfway into the tree line before it just sort of stops, its tail protruding outwards. You'd suspect it's probably just stopped to have a snack. To your right, there are a pair of lilac-coloured simians sitting on a branch or root that is just protruding out of the side of it, eating some sort of blue mango-like fruit.
Okay.
There's another monkey that's sort of sitting further up, sort of a regular colour, kind of like a lemur type thing, sort of sitting looking thoughtfully at the false sun, just sort of stroking its chin, before it looks down, spreads its arms and reveals feathered wings, dives down, grabs the fruit away from the monkeys that are sat there, and just swooping off, leaving the other two sort of jumping and hooting irately. And you swear the flying one is giving them the finger as it just flies away.
Probably.
And as you look out and everyone joins you at this cliff edge, seeing this bizarre jungle below a jungle, that is where we're going to take a break. So we shall take 15 minutes to replenish our beverages and various other things, and we shall see you all very, very shortly. And we're back. So, so you're looking now out towards this weird jungle below a jungle. Further along the cliff, you can see about 200 feet long, there is a long root that is hanging off the cliff like a waterfall. Maybe 3 foot thick as it extends through the ceiling, and the tip of it is submerged into the pool. Into a sort of a pool of water. Almost clear, completely crystal clear, but from this angle you can't really see how deep it is.
Okay.
From the various descriptions and Anna, your intelligence checks, you do know that that is the tree of the Rancor apple.
So we want to head for that route that is coming through a rock.
It's coming from the ceiling down
into a pool.
Into a pool of water. You are about 100 feet vertically to the ground, and there are no trees for about a 50-metre section along this sort of outer wall before it gets into the jungle. And it just looks like it's fairly solid ground down there, and then it's 200 feet laterally. So you can climb down, you can climb along, there are sort of little footways that you can try and climb across.
Do we know how much, of this route that we need?
Make an intelligence check.
Straight intelligence?
Yes. This would be nature, I'll say.
Nature. Thank you for saying that. I get +2. Well, actually +2.
But you would have got +2 for that.
Yeah. But +4 rather than +2. 23.
23. It's not a huge amount, but it does need to be from the tip of the root.
Yeah, that's what I feared.
Because the bit that's in the pool. Yeah. You can't just take a chunk out of the longest route. It does have to be the tip, which is the neutralising part.
Okay.
I could get down there easily. I could just go down, try to get a piece and come back.
My only worry on that, Foundling, is that if you're down there and we're all up here and something starts setting on you, we're a long way away from helping you.
Yes. As you've seen, I can move fast. I could probably run away.
This is true. What does everyone else think?
I have a spell that might be of some use, but it sounds like Foundling can do pretty much the same thing without it. But maybe I could cast that on someone else and then 2 people go down.
Would they be able to get back up as well?
The spell lasts for an hour as long as I concentrate on it. They stayed up here.
So,
How heavy does the is the root?
I would say it'd be quite heavy given that based on the thick, well, it's, you say 3 foot thick?
About 3 foot thick. From at its thickest point that you can see it coming through. Obviously, it does taper like a regular root does.
But it also goes how far from where it is 3 foot?
About 130 plus
Yeah,
feet.
it's gonna be fucking heavy.
Well, you don't know how much of it you need to carry.
Do we want some muscle down there then?
It probably, from that point of view, it probably helps then if you, Actian and Foundling, go down there and we'll stay up here and offer any kind of distance. Sorry, Ross sitting there doing that.
I flex the muscles then went.
You flex, somehow your horns flex.
That is fine with me. We worked well together against the hags.
Sharing is caring.
So I've been told.
Okay, just give me a moment. And Trick will reach into his components pouch and pull out a drop of bitumen and a spider.
Yes.
And touch Actian, probably on his shin, because that's what he can reach.
Yep.
And cast Spider Climb.
Ooh.
Okay. Is this as a ritual or as an actual cast?
It's not a ritual spell, it's just an actual cast.
Then it's an actual cast.
Only non-illusion spells.
There you go. Nicely done.
Is family coming with me?
See, will you say we're about 100 foot off the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, I can just dash and run down the vertical surface because I'm a monk. I can do that.
Because monk for monk things.
I will walk
Yeah.
along the shelf
Okay.
above where they're going to.
Okay. So if Actian, are you going straight down to the bottom with Foundling, or are you going along the shelf?
No, I will follow and I'll go straight down as well.
Okay, so the two of you are going straight down. Kelatar, you're walking along the upper part of it. I need you to make athletics checks for me. How far are you planning to go? The full way?
Not very far, just as long as I can kind of keep them within kind of sight.
Okay. Define sight, because you're still going to be 100 foot above them. Essentially, what sort of range are you wanting for your spells? Which I assume is what you're trying to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've got the target and telescope too.
I have.
That is true.
Well, I was just thinking, so
Not very far. How from where we are to where the shelf starts? How far is that?
Well, the shelf is sort of... there's parts of it that go across there, but obviously it's incredibly narrow and it's crumbling in some areas, so you will have to climb to certain points. There are parts of rocks that do... parts of it have got thicker areas. That
It's literally kind of just a few feet away. It's where the narrow bit starts.
Yes, essentially.
Okay. No, I'll just stay where I am then.
Okay, fine.
I think.
Alright, so Actian and Foundling. How are you guys travelling? Are you just walking brazenly, or stealthing, or what?
Well, I have to dash to make it down in one go, so I'm going quickly.
Yeah, no, I assumed you guys were down at the bottom at this point. It's because it will take... Actian will take at least 3 rounds to get down there walking.
I mean, we can try and move stealthily.
I guess stealthily.
Alright, make stealth checks, please. Actian at disadvantage.
Yeah, this
I
is
will
not going to go.
take out the target
It isn't going to go well at all.
Okay.
I rolled 2 3s.
I rolled a 4. That's 9.
Ah!
Stealth of 9. And Actian?
I am on -1, I believe. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
2. Okay.
Garbage that I got for negative mods.
So as you two...
We're basically just bashing our way through the jungle.
Yeah, well this bit is clear. That's the benefit, is that this area is actually relatively clear. So you're sort of following the edge of the cliff shelf. But the unnatural clanging of metal does draw the attention of various apes and monkeys and birds that are sort of sitting in trees and just watching. They suddenly turn around and start paying attention to you. You do have to avoid a thrown mango of some description just being chucked at you
Deflect
from...
missiles.
Sure, make a... I mean, you're trying to deflect 1 point of damage, so you easily catch it. Are you going to use the key point to throw it back?
He's going to use the key point to eat it.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to throw it and then punch it.
Alright. So you see it coming down, you just sort of catch it, toss it up in the air, just punch it. Yeah? You now see one very
Almost like a fruit ninja.
Almost. But you do see, after that, one very irritated monkey sort of now chattering. Because you not only has he thrown his lunch at you, you've then destroyed it.
Don't play with your food.
It just jumps and disappears.
Should have thrown it in the first place.
But you're tracking them with the targeting telescope. You can see them sort of going relatively well. You get the 200 feet closer to the wall, well, to the pool. Make a perception check, both of you, please.
I will assist.
Okay.
Does that mean I get advantage?
Yes.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I'm asking Luke rather than you.
Yes, you do.
I say yes, you do.
That's unfortunate.
It's like action, I guess. So.
Yeah, it's
rather
help.
than-
So yeah. Yeah, it's advantage round.
Okay. Well, that's good because my first roll was a 3, but that's a 17.
17?
So
Okay.
that's a total of 19 on perception.
Alright. As you get closer to the water's edge, you start to notice that there are some creatures. There's obviously some evidence of animals coming here to drink. You're not quite sure where the source of this water comes from, whether it's just sort of drawn in naturally or it's just a sort of a rain collection, whether there is rain down here. But there is evidence of animal drinking from here. You also notice that there are 2 large lizards, large for a lizard. They're sort of about the size of, a large dog. These large lizard-like creatures with a big spiny fin that go across its back that are pinned to the walls with foot-long spikes.
Okay. Actual, like, spikes or, like, ballista bolt arrows?
Make an investigation check. 10? They appear to be natural spikes, so they're sort of spine-like things, similar to kind of similar to a cactus, only a lot thicker, bigger, and longer.
Okay.
Kind of like those needle thorns that you get in some bushes.
That's kind of weird.
It is. Can I make some kind of check to work out if this is the work of an animal or if there's a plant that's somehow shooting spines?
Make an H check.
13.
13? The nature of these spines is similar to that of fingernails, rather than fibrous like wood. So it probably is more likely to be some sort of animal rather than plant.
We should watch out for a spiny animal.
Better be on my guard. As I say that, I'm just gonna just give a little gentle touch to my hammer of warning.
Okay.
Just a little gentle, checking it's there, just a little safety net thing.
You look down, it's gone. No.
Why wasn't I warned about this?
But no, you looking at these creatures. The other thing you notice, family, just sort of inspecting things, is that these creatures have not been dead for long. The body isn't moving, but the blood has not congealed yet. But you can see now that you're near the edge of the pool, the root does go down about 30 foot into the water. The pool itself is about 40 foot, but you can see the tip of the root, which is at its, it does come to a point, but it sort of at its widest below the water is maybe 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah, so the end of the root's down the water, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
I can go and get the roots if you can keep guard.
Yeah, okay. Just as what I will actually do is I will, after reminding myself about the rune that is on my small hammer.
Yes.
I will activate the Uvar, which is the storm rune.
Yes.
Which means it's really weird. It seems a bit OP, but we'll see how it goes.
I'll have that coming.
I'm entering a state for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated. Until the state ends, when you or another creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, you can use your reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage. So okay, it's good. It should be good.
Okay. Nice.
Little reactionary advantage for us, hopefully.
All right. So, Foundling, you dive into the water.
Yep.
All right. You swim down.
Push. Swim down.
Swim down and get down to it. How much of the route are you wanting to take?
How thick is it down here?
So it's at its widest, it's maybe 3 or 4 inches. But the route itself obviously it's a 30-foot length of the route. But there is striations along it, which seem to be the difference, sort of the age of its growth.
Okay.
Obviously at the very tip there is a... Thanks, Connor. At the edge there is a... It's a very sort of... It's almost a deep red colour. And it sort of fades over maybe 5 foot.
I'll try and take about 5 foot then.
Alright. What are you cutting it with?
I've got darts and I've got arrows, so I have sharp things.
Okay, make a strength check, just because you're trying to hack away at things with things that are not necessarily meant for cutting.
Yeah, hacking. Strength check. 13.
Okay. Takes you a little while. Takes you maybe 10 seconds or so just to sort of carve most of the way through it. As that's going on, Action,
Yes.
your hammer starts to vibrate slightly against your leg.
Kinky.
Well,
And you start looking around rather alertly as
Text message.
you see you see 3 of those spines come firing out of the tree line directly towards you.
Okay.
They do not get advantage because you are not surprised by them. You just saw it coming. But they roll really high on their initiative.
can I see where these have come from?
Make a perception check with advantage because you've got your thing up.
Oh, thank you for the advantage.
The first one's a natural 1. The second one is a 19.
That doesn't hit.
And 16.
Thank God for advantage. You went from a 10 to a 21.
Yeah, you do see the spine sort of come firing rapidly out of it. Although the problem is you're sort of keeping a vague eye towards them. So you catch them move across your vision and firing towards them. You turn to see as these unnatural, weird dinosaur creatures come stumbling out, 3 of them. What looks to be a bipedal dinosaur with massive horns on its face, the sort of protruding tusks and out of the top of its head, spines out of its back, and a long tail that is kind of like, a porcupine has got that sort of spines that stick over it, that they're lashing their tails around. And they lean back and roar as they come rushing out, revealing an enormous mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. I need you all to...
Be good.
As I will read things that are going on. So Foundling is down there, Action's there.
Okay.
I'm going to put you guys all up there. Do a thing to... Can I join this? This is weird tracking then. Already. Do a new combat cam for it.
Ho ho, holy shit.
Indeed. So, that has not completed. That was not happening.
Not a clue, Ross.
Start video. That's what I wanted. And there's the combat camera. That's what I wanted to start. Ah!
There was a combat camera.
Oh, the combat camera. DM has too many hats.
Apparently, when it switches to the initiative screen, we lose audio for a second, just as a heads up in the future.
Oh, okay. That's probably because I took the microphone out for it, so I'll have to add that back in. Good to know. Thank you. So I want to promote this as the spotlight video. There we go. I'm going to put it over there. So, you see coming. Oh, actually, that doesn't help because it's. Anyway, doesn't matter. They're coming out here. As they.
Oh, they're big.
Yep. Rushing out of the trees towards you, Actian. That's nothing. Whoop. Pay no attention to the hand behind the mirror. So, 25 to 20. Okay. 20 to 15.
17.
18.
18 for Foundling. 17 for Kelatar.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 10 to 5. Or 10 to 15, sorry. Trick.
14.
14 and Actian 10.
Yeah.
Jumbo, Kafina, Anna. Jumbo. 4 for Anna.
Also for
Kafina.
no.
No?
For
I'll tell you what, I'll just take Jumbo out of this fight because he's going to be useless from where he
I was
is.
saying I was going my part of my first act.
No, get him
was,
to jump on something.
He's too far away.
I was going to say part of my first turn was going to tell him to stay here. He rolled a 4, 9 for fee.
9 for fee. Okay, fine. So that was essentially their first turn of combat as they come rushing out towards Actian because they did not get a surprise. So, Foundling, you are unaware that this is happening.
Yeah. Have I detached my bit of root yet?
I'll say that your action this turn is what takes your 5 foot of root off.
Okay.
You now have 5 foot of root that's sort of at it, obviously narrow thin at the end and sort of expands out to maybe 2 inches.
Yes. Do I still have movement?
Yeah, you've got your movement.
Okay, then I'll be coming back up to the surface.
You swim back up to the surface and you see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got a problem.
You see that.
Yes.
Are you swimming to the shore or are you just bobbing up?
I'm going to go to the shore.
Okay. I'll say that's all your movement.
Can I pop out where Action is?
Yes, you can. Next to him or behind him?
Behind me, probably, but
No, next to him.
Okay.
Next to him? Yeah, there.
Yes. As my kind of object interaction, can I give him the route and say, start climbing, you're slower than me, I'll just let him catch up.
Yes, you can. I'll say that's a free action, just sort of hand that over.
Okay. And really pushing one up, do I have a bonus action left?
I'll say no, not after that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, that's my turn then.
Kalatar.
I'm going to see those 3 bastards kind of appear.
And I'm going to shoot them each with an Eldritch Blast.
You may do so. With the telescope, you can do so.
So, one closest to me is a 21.
Hits.
The next one is a 23.
Hits.
And also a 23.
All hit. So I'm going to make this easier for you guys and put a white, a yellow and a green on them. Just to make it easier to see.
Okay, so first one
Because meatballs.
takes 7 damage. That's cocked. Second one takes 1 damage. Third one takes 10 damage.
So 10, 1 and 7.
Yes.
That is going to do me.
Alright.
Because
So-
I can't do anything else.
As the Eldritch Blast impact into them, the one that's furthest away seems the most irritated by the attack and...
Oh wait. That's my bonus action. I stand there going, hello.
Alright, Trick.
How far away are the dinosaurs from me?
From you, 200 feet. Lash along the ground. And obviously, the rest of you guys who are not down there, you have got essentially a small shelf that you're poking out and having a look at. So they've got difficulty shooting at you, but you've got a bit of difficulty shooting at them. But Kelisar rolled so high, it doesn't matter.
I will take a pot shot at the closest one.
Go for it. Make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Yep.
What's the range on your bow?
The maximum range is 320.
Okay, cool.
Now, unfortunately, one of them was a crit, but the other one was a 10, so 19.
19 hits.
No, sorry, 21.
Oh, 21 hits. No sneak attack, but
I do get an extra d6 for the armor, don't I?
correct.
So that's pretty good. That's 17.
17, okay. 17 points of damage. Technically, because of the armor, it does have that piercing effect, so it can follow through and make an attack roll against the one directly behind it.
Oh, cool. Is that with advantage? With disadvantage still?
Correct.
No, one of them's a natural one.
Okay, so as it impacts into the first one, it twists itself, which deflects the course of the arrow, and it impacts into the ground in front of it. But you do hear it roar and glare up towards your direction. Anything else?
Is there anything I can hide behind?
Yeah, you can just step back away from the cave opening.
Then I will do that and bonus action hide.
Sure, make a stealth check.
23.
Yeah, that's okay. Actian, you're up.
Sure. Which is the closest cliff edge I can run to?
You're gonna have
The
to.
red side?
You're gonna have to curve around this way because that's obviously there's water here.
Water. Yeah, it's
You
fine.
have to curve around this way.
Yeah, okay. Basically, I want to start getting some height away from.
Okay.
Away from these things.
So, how far do you want to go?
I'm dashing pretty much.
Okay.
This
So
one. I'm
1,
just
2,
going
3,
mad
4, 5, 6. So your regular movement would get you there.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay, I'm going to start going like diagonally up the wall towards the rest of the party, but gaining some height at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So that would get you. I'll say lateral, probably about 20 foot up.
Okay.
20
Is
foot
there
up.
anything nearby that I can gore because I've taken a dash action?
No. There's.
Just feel like it's never going to come up, so I thought I'd ask this one time. Okay,
Fair enough. All right. That brings us to Kafina.
Am I in a position to cast, or be able to cast Storm Sphere and hit any of them?
What's the range on Storm Sphere?
150 feet.
No, too far away.
Yeah.
Well, it's 150 feet that she has to cast the spell, and then she can throw it 60 foot out with a bolt.
Yeah.
So yeah, she could just about get one of them.
What with the 60 foot?
with the 60-foot lightning bolt.
Sure.
Alright.
She will throw it 150 foot as far as she can.
About there-ish. Yeah, she's probably close to there.
And then, yeah, take a shot from 60 foot.
Go for it, make an attack roll.
Wow, that missed. Lots. 17 on the dice.
Yes, hits.
I'm sure I can actually mark down the first one. Nice. 16.
16 points of lightning damage. Okay, that one's very pissed off. Anna.
Are they within 120 feet for a guiding bolt?
No.
There's not much I can do then. I will. That's got a bigger range. How long do you reckon it would take for me to get down there?
Well, your movement. What, to get to where they are? Or just down the cliff? I mean,
within range.
to get within range,
2 rounds.
it's going to take a couple of rounds to get there. Because you're going to be climbing.
I haven't used my divine intervention for today.
Okay. What are you going to...
I would like my god to smite these foes from above.
Okay, roll your divine intervention.
Please work.
You need to roll under an 11.
14.
Oh! Damn.
That's all I can do.
You put the prayer out there for Morpheus to smite these creatures in however he might. And the only thing that comes back to you is sort of a...
I suppose he's always sleeping when you do that.
That's a wank.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's got a dream, so... that's your action. Anything else?
No, I can't do anything else from here.
Alrighty. That brings us to their turn. So, the Triceratops, the one that has been struck with lightning repeatedly, is going to chase after you, Actian.
Yeah.
It can move 50 feet. And it is going to throw a tail spike at you. So as it's rushing forward, it's going to flip a tail spike at you.
I'll use my reaction to cause disadvantage on it.
Okay. Is that what your rune does? It gives them disadvantage?
Yes, yeah.
I thought it was advantage.
No, roll will have advantage or disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
I'm presuming it's within 60 feet of me, that is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's still going to hit even on disadvantage, Jesus.
I rolled a 12 and an 18, so...
12. True.
That is 32 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
As
That's
the spike impacts into your thigh.
Whoa, that is chunky.
Then against you, Foundling, there's going to be 2 of those.
Oh boy, good luck.
That is a 22 and a 19.
Yep, they both hit.
Okay.
I'm going to deflect missiles on one of them.
Okay, no problem. Which one, the first or second?
First one, I guess.
Okay.
Natural action to try and deflect the first one.
So the first one is 31 points of piercing damage.
Whoa. Good luck.
This could be reduced at least.
Yeah, I managed to reduce that by 17.
So that's down to 14. 14 points of piercing damage. So as you bring your arms up to try and deflect it with the tongue, it actually glances off the blades, like off the edge, the protective edge, and it bounces up. Still hits you in the shoulder, but it's only a glancing blow. The second one, however, is 26 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that one catches you in the chest. But they are able to continue their rush, and each make... the first one's going to make a gore attack against you, lowering its horns. It's a 28 to hit.
You know what? That does just about hit.
That is 16 plus 24 points piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh. Ooh, that's actually pretty darn good. That's a 24.
Okay, as you come rushing in, you see the horns come in, you just bring the comfort across as a cross guard. So you catch the skull of it before it manages to knock you back on your feet. The other one is going to take a bite out of you. But with a 15 to hit, that's going to miss.
No, it's not.
So you've managed to weasel the head around of the one that, or wrestle the head around of the one that is closest to you, just to stop it from taking a chunk out of you. That will end their turn. That brings us to your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I have advantage. I did not. I forgot to read that. They're blood frenzy. They have advantage.
Actions to the route.
I've got the route. I'm running.
Yeah. Yeah, I think running sounds like a good plan. So I'm going to spend a key to bonus action disengage.
Yes. Step of the wind. Yep.
And then I'm going to use. Oh, how far along the cliff are we from where the legend things are?
Well, the ledges are quite a bit high, so there are it's not
laterally.
Oh, what, for where the tunnel sticks out, or just the general? The tunnel itself is 200 feet away from where you are.
Yeah, there we go. So I'll use my move, main action dash, and go 100 feet along the base of the cliff towards the tunnel.
Nice. So you whoosh, take off 100 feet towards the tunnel, leaving these guys behind. Just go shove them back. You do notice that you are still 50 feet away from the one with the white meeple.
Yeah. But now I have fewer problems near me.
You have 2 fewer problems, yes.
That sounds better.
Alright, that ends your turn. Kalatar.
How close is the one nearest me? Or with my
The one that's nearest to you is about 150 feet away.
Okay, so with the targeting telescope, I can cast Sword of Fate on it.
Yes, you can. What?
I say, you shall not harm us.
Okay. Alright, so you see as this spectral sword appears suddenly above the head of this weird dinosaur thing, as it just floating above it. Anything else in your bonus action? Did you fish out the dice sufficient for that?
Where was it? I shall. Cast a spell, so can't do
Trick,
that.
you're up next.
No, that's me.
Okay, Trick.
Okay, how close is the closest one?
Closest one is about 150 feet laterally.
Okay, I will take another pot shot at it.
Go for it.
If I was hidden to duck out, does that put me at a straight roll?
Yeah, that'll give you a straight. That'll give you a straight roll.
Okay. Unnatural 20?
Yes.
No, 22.
Oh, yes. No sneak attack, because none of the conditions are there, but you do hit it.
13 damage.
13 points of damage, nice.
I'm guessing I don't get a
No,
piercing shot.
none of the other ones are nearby, and the angle you're shooting at would just go straight into the floor.
Okay, I will duck back and bonus action hide.
Stealth check.
23.
Yep. Action.
I will continue to run.
Full movement. Dash.
Yeah, can I go? Hold on. So I'm probably like 15 feet up.
You're about 20 foot up.
20 foot up. So how far? I'm still about another 80 feet to go up.
Yes.
Okay. I will, and I'm trying to decide whether to maintain 60 feet within Foundling to give some assistance on him getting out, or at least maybe some disadvantage on some attacks against him. I'm on a wall like to the side, aren't I, rather
Yes.
than like flat on. So I'm gonna like run around the edge, so I'm almost like directly underneath the rest of the party. Does that make sense?
Okay, so what, travel the rest of the distance to get beneath
So
them?
I'm on that side wall, aren't I?
Yes.
How do I get some not on the side wall, some below the party?
Oh, the party are on that side wall.
Oh,
But
okay.
for ease of me presenting them on this, I've just put them all at that end.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll just do my full dash then. I will just hope that Foundling knows what he's doing.
Okay, so you're now 80 feet essentially travelled up.
Okay, cool. Yes. Okay.
Or you could, well, it depends how high you want to go, because you'll be travelling 80 feet. No, sorry. What is your movement speed?
It's only 30, so it'll be 60 feet
60
up, so
60
it's going to
foot.
be slightly short.
So
I'm
you-
at 80 feet now.
But you've got 200 feet to travel laterally.
Just get me as close as I can to that ledge.
Okay, fine. So you're 80 foot up and many feet across.
Okay, sounds good.
Probably, I'd say at this point, about 100 foot laterally left to go.
Okay.
Kafina, do a thing. Matt.
Okay. As a bonus action, can I? Oh, actually, no, because everything's moved.
They move closer. You're still within 60 feet of the storm.
Fine. I will do that to the closest one.
Mhm.
What was it? Plus what to it? So +8.
Yes.
14.
Yeah, hits. Against the closest one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is it 46 or 5? Because it says two different things. I've just realised. It says 4d6 in the description, but at the top it says 5.
So she casts it at a high level.
No. Yeah. Ignore me.
Did you accidentally cast it at a high level?
I'd managed to click it on 5th level for some
okay.
reason.
That was
So,
4th.
16.
16 points of lightning damage, okay.
Yeah. And then as an action, can I hit one of them with synaptic static?
Yes, you can. So it's intelligence save, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, actually. I mean, no, that's a 15 total.
Just fails.
Yeah. So it's minus a d6 to its attacks and saving throws, I believe?
Yep. It also takes 8d6.
No. It has an intelligence score of 2 or lower. So it cannot be affected.
Fair enough.
Which you now know.
I now know.
As she throws out this sort of ball of static electric and lets it fly at this creature.
Perfectly fine.
And it makes no difference.
Cool. That's cool.
Anna.
Is Foundling within reach of me?
Within reach, he's within 100 feet of you.
Within a... I'm not sure if heal goes that far. I'm pretty sure that I just saw Foundling get munched a lot.
He got gored and shot.
How close is he, sorry? 100?
He's 100 foot laterally and 100 foot straight down, so... Whatever. Square root of 2,000. He's... Or 20,000.
120?
Yeah, he's probably about 120 odd feet on the angle.
I will hold my action to attack anything if something so much appears.
With...
I'll hold a first level guiding bolt.
Okay, as long as it gets within range.
Yeah.
Alright.
20 feet.
That brings us to their turns. All they can see Actium going away with the route and Foundling running. Alright, so the lead one is going to is hunting now Foundling. So it's going to throw a tail spike at it, which means
My
Sword of Fate goes off.
I love that it just happens. And
Yep. So as it whips its tail forward to throw it, the sword solidifies and strikes downwards, dealing.
Ooh.
So 15 to hit you, Foundling, so that misses.
Actually.
I'll probably go faster than the spike.
Yeah, at this point. But it does come lumbering after you, and it does catch up to you, and it's going to attempt to bite you as the sword comes down, dealing 48 points of damage. Whoo! Nasty. That puts it from there. Woo.
How many times?
Jesus. Some. However, because it is now in a blood frenzy, it does have advantage. Which is a 23 to hit with its bite.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 32 points of piercing damage.
Oh, shit. I have 31 hit points.
Ah! So you are unconscious and grappled and restrained by it.
Jesus. Maybe this wasn't such a good plan.
He's not falling, is he?
No, he was running along the ground. He's in its mouth. The other two are going to advance 50 feet. And they are going to fire spikes at Actian because he's the only target that they can see.
Sure.
That is an unnatural 20 and a 24.
The 20 hits and the 24 hits, yeah.
Okay, both hit.
This might hurt.
47 points of piercing damage
Yeah, okay.
from the two spikes. How are you looking?
I'm on 12 hit points.
Yarg.
Okay, that will end their turn. Brings us to Foundling. Make a death save, please.
Oh, it was so close.
That's a fail.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Kalatar.
Hello. Right, didn't he? How far is Foundling from me?
About 120 foot, we said.
Okay. I cast Healing Word.
On Foundling?
Through
Okay.
Through the telescope.
Okay.
I will do it.
At what level?
Yeah, that's the question I was just about to ask myself. What have I got? Ooh. I am going to do it at 4th level.
Okay.
7. Ooh, bloody hell. 11, 15, 20.
You regain 20 hit points, Foundling.
Woohoo!
As Kalatar shouts out.
Now's not the time to die!
I mean, yeah. That's your bonus action?
And action, I will Eldritch Blast.
The one that...
The one that's closest.
Go for it, make your attack rolls.
3. Okay, that one definitely misses.
What was it?
A 1.
Yep.
15.
Yes, hits.
And then an 18 on the dice.
Yes, both hits.
So it takes 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okie dokie. That one is looking pretty unhappy with its life.
Cool.
Alright, Trick.
Still more than 80 feet away?
Yes. 100
Okay.
foot now.
So, straight roll to hit it?
Yes.
It's not... Does it count as in combat with Foundling?
I would say at this point Foundling isn't causing any problems to him because Foundling is in its mouth.
Okay.
Not causing any distraction.
22 to hit?
Yes, hits.
I mean, Foundling isn't food for thought.
Thinking
another 13 points piercing damage.
Nice. This guy is not looking happy, and I will say we have missed you, Ross, with your puns.
Have we?
No. Anything else, Trick?
There's not a lot else I can do, so yeah, I'll just duck back and hide again.
Okay, Action.
How far away am I?
You're 100 foot away laterally, and then 20 foot up.
Still 100 foot away. Jesus. Okay. I will continue just to. Oh fuck it. I will continue to run.
Okay. You run six.
No, wait, I won't. The action is gonna start heading back down again.
Okay. So you just running straight down, or?
Yes.
Okay. How far are you running? Because you're currently 80 foot up.
Can I get within 60 feet?
How
close he is to the wall? I don't know. It's difficult to sense the scale at the moment.
Yeah. I would say Foundling was probably running quite close to the wall, so I would say that from the wall it's maybe 20 foot.
From the wall, he's 20 feet from the wall.
Yes.
So if I was like 40 feet up, I would be within 60 feet range.
Yeah.
But still highish. Is it worth me doing that? I am bleeding out. Sorry, hold on. I just need to process everything that is happening. I could run down, help, but be bleeding out. I'm going to continue to run away. I've decided I'm going to continue to run away.
Okay, so you run another 60 foot.
I will run another 60 feet.
Okay, so you are now about lateral with them, so you're just going, you've got 40 foot left to run.
Okay.
Alright. I do feel that I should remind you, because it's been a while since you've played, you do have Second Wind and Action Surge available to you.
Yes, I am aware. I am saving it for a more dire situation. Do I reckon they can still shoot me from up here?
Sorry?
Are there any other spikes on this wall that would indicate they might have a range that could shoot me up here?
Make a perception check.
Because that will maybe help me inform me on whether I want to at 9.
9. You think you see something sticking out of...
Fuck it, I'll use my action surge then.
Okay, so you're now 10 foot away from the rest of the party. Okay?
Okay, yes, good.
Alright. That brings us to Kafina.
Sorry.
You look confused.
No, I've just read something about my character that I never realised.
Is it Relentless Endurance?
No, I knew I had that. It was something else that may come in useful.
His name's Kalatar.
He has a charisma.
He has charisma. As a bonus action, again, shoot
Okay.
the
Go for it, make an attack roll.
Nope.
What was it?
11 total.
11 total? Nah, misses.
That is going to be it.
Yeah, nothing else?
No.
Okay.
I haven't used any sorcery points, so.
Anna.
Am I aware of the apparatus that Kalatar is using?
He has never described it to you.
No, I'm seeing him fire spells, which I know the range of Healing Word, and it would not have gone that far.
Make an Arcana check. See if you can work it out.
15.
I'd say you could probably put together the fact that he keeps putting this telecoat to his eye, moving his hands around in sort of somatic ways, and seems to be having an effect. You'd probably deduce that this is some arcane artifact that allows him to extend the range of his spells.
Can I ask or take it off of Kalatar for a brief moment?
I'll say it's your bonus action to take it off him.
Sure. And then looking through it, do I feel like I could get a heal to Foundling?
Heal's not a touch spell, is it? It's a range. 60?
No, range.
Bring up the specifics of...
It's range of 60 feet.
Can you bring up the Telescope specifics, please, Matthew.
No.
No, you can't, or no, you can't hit, or no, Connor can't do it.
No, because you've never actually put it in.
Have I not?
No.
That's not a good one. I would say, yeah, you can. Yeah, I think you can target things that you can see.
Yeah, and I think it's up to 300 feet or something.
Something like that. Yeah, so yes, you can get a heal to him. Or them, sorry.
Axion or Foundling is the question.
Axion is 10 foot away from you. You can see how
I'm 10 feet away.
heavily
And I
he
am-
is bleeding.
But Foundling's in its mouth.
Yes. Which on the plus side means you can't quite see how heavily he's bleeding.
I'm going to do a mass cure wounds with it. If I centre it right, can I get them both?
Yes, you could.
Yeah, I'll do that at 5th level.
Okay, mass cure wounds, so that's 3d8
Yes.
Yeah, 3d4.
plus wisdom,
Wisdom full.
plus wisdomfulness.
Ooh, 875.
Nice. So 20 plus your wisdom mod.
4.
24 to Foundling and Action.
Nice.
Nice.
Good, thank you. I might be able to survive one more hit.
That was the hope. And then, yeah, I will hand it off. I'll offer it back to Kalatar. We're going to have to take turns.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Alright, that brings us to their turn. The one that has got Foundling in its mouth is going to take a bite attack at advantage. That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 33 points of piercing damage.
Still conscious.
Okay. Now, interesting thing on this is it says that it has a gore and a spike attack, but I'm going to say that it can't gore you whilst it's eating you. That's dumb. So instead, it's going to throw a spike at Kelatar, because he's most pronounced in throwing spells.
Sure.
But I'm going to say you have partial cover, so you have +2 to your... Actually, no, it'll be 3/4 cover, so it's +5 to your AC.
Okay. Wait for it.
Are you at full hit points?
No.
No, that's worse. That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that is still hits.
That is 28 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay.
Which answers your question, Axion. Yes, they can hit you that far away.
Yeah, we can.
Second one is going to take a shot at Axion.
Sure.
How far away is Axiom from me?
10 feet.
10 foot, but it's a natural 20.
Whoa, shit.
I am immune to critical hits.
You
thanks
are?
To my beautiful, beautiful armour.
That's true. You do have adamantium armor, so it's not a. It is also hit, but it's not a critical.
Yes. Not double damage at least, which might just save the day.
23 points of piercing damage.
Okay, yeah, I can take that.
Axiom, can you just take 1 point of that damage for me, honey?
I
I'll hear the 22.
okay. I will heal 22.
I feel like maybe 2 more spikes.
Maybe, yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, the other one is going to take a shot at you as well because it doesn't like. You are easy meat at this point.
How far away is that one?
Well, they are both. They're both closing in, so they are now 100 foot away.
Okay.
They are just rushing. That is a 31 to hit, Axion.
Yes, that would hit. Unsurprisingly.
So that is. Oh, hello. What are you doing?
Just gonna move it closer.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's better.
Can we get a roving cam?
Yeah.
Just,
We need. What I need is I need to attach it to
That's
an
a big
RC car and then just sort of drive it around.
That'll be
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, so yeah, proper overhead.
yeah.
I was going to try that. It didn't work particularly well.
That's fine, this is good.
28 points of damage to you,
Okay.
Axion.
I'm still up.
Yeah. Okay.
For now, I mean, if I get hit again, I'm going down.
In trouble. Kafina.
Fire again with the
Sure. Go for it.
because it's there against the same one that she has been hitting. 18.
18.
Hit.
Yeah. Hits.
2 green ones?
Sorry? You swapped one with Connor, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't have a double. 15.
15 points of lightning damage. Alrighty.
And as an action, no, because they're not close enough. Because they're all outside 60 feet. Nothing.
Alright, brings us to Anna.
I'm going to, if he's 10 feet away, I can hit Axion with a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Get him back in this fight. Get me back in the fight.
Cure Wounds is a touch spell.
Yeah, I can. Can I not lean? I'll jump down if I have to.
I
think jumping down is jumping off a cliff.
It would be.
I fell on the way down.
He is level with you laterally. It's just in terms of the vertical height. It's so.
Balls to it. I need to get out of here, and I'm pretty sure I can get. Take 70 hit points.
You just cast heal on him.
I presume you mean you're healing rather than take that damage.
Yeah.
No, literally, you're gonna lean up, and I'm just gonna dig my claws into your hands, and I'm long live the king. No, I'm saving that for Foundling. So I use heal, so 70 hit points to Axie.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm raring to go back into the fight.
You
Please
may.
don't get your ass in here.
Anything with the bonus action, Anna?
I can't.
Okay. Brings us to the dinosaurs again.
Hang on, I haven't had a turn.
Oh no,
I was
sorry.
saying, loads of us haven't had a turn.
Have I jumped
No.
to Anna?
I don't know, but
I have missed so many things up. Sorry, Foundling, Kelazar, and Trick. I've all missed.
I was just thinking. Wait,
Sorry, Foundling.
So I am grappled.
You are grappled and restrained.
I would like to try to escape this grapple.
Make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics it is.
What, Connor?
What was the Connor?
Irrelevant. Carry on.
My pawn.
It was a pun. Didn't work.
Oh, that is pretty good. That's 23.
23. You are out.
Okay. Was that my action to
Yes.
get out? Okay. Spend a key to bonus action disengage,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go 50 foot up the cliff.
Okay.
Well, use my movement to get as far up the cliff as I can, and then basically start climbing rather than monk running.
Yeah. Okay. So you use your monk running to get to a certain point, then you turn it into a grabber into a climber's.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an athletics check when you get to that point.
Is he within 60 feet of me?
Yes, he is.
I'll do it with use my reaction to give it advantage.
Okay. So you can probably only get about 30 foot up, Foundling, but just because you need to get to the wall.
Yeah, it's a start.
Yes, exactly.
And athletics is a 15.
15. Okay, you manage to run up and you get to a nice point where you grab on with your hands and just sort of take the tom foot and just punch it into the wall. So you're hanging off that for the moment, using it as an anchor point.
I suspect I won't be staying here for very long. I'm going up quite quickly, but I'm going to be going down very quickly if I'm staying there.
So, Foundling... I skipped Kelazar, didn't I?
yeah,
Kelazar.
cool. As an action, no, not as an action.
As a thing.
As a bonus action,
Yes.
I'm going to cast Healing Word.
On.
Foundling.
Okay.
What?
Using the telescope?
On myself.
Yes, I will take it back off Anna and go, thank you very much. And I will cast it at 6th level.
Woo! You've used your 6th level spell
No,
slot.
I haven't.
Sword of Fate's 5th. That's what I forget.
Yep.
So much damage for not a 6th level spell.
No, I know, right?
Did that ever go off?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
He just rolled really badly.
Well, several 8s, but
It was,
too many
it was 48, I think.
7.
Useful. How much?
8, 9, 12. Wow! 19.
19 points of healing back to you, Foundling.
Okay, good.
And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast one of these motherfuckers.
Which one?
The one that is looking the worst.
That'll be the one that has been chewing on Foundling.
That's what I thought.
The other two haven't really been hurt.
Yeah, again, that's what I thought. Right. The lowest is a 21.
Yeah, those all hit.
4, 8, 18.
18, okay. I'm really unhappy.
I'm going to take a couple of steps back,
Okay,
so I'm kind of
less screwed.
less kind of visible.
Okie dokie. Then the last one will be Trick.
The closest one is still presumably further than 80 feet away from me.
Correct. It hadn't moved close because it was busy chewing on Foundling.
Okay, I will duck out of hiding and hit the closest one.
Go for it. Phone vibrating.
Not super.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
A 15 piercing damage.
As the arrow impacts into its, what you would suspect, its clavicle, it takes a knee for a second before it pulls itself back up to its feet. It seems to be just willing itself to carry on at this point. That does bring
Duck back in hiding.
stealth check.
23.
Okie dokie. They are now going to target the fuck out of people. So they move 50 foot closer. And
That's something they can't climb.
Wait for it.
they can throw spikes though. So there is going to be one at Foundling.
How close are they, Sean?
That's cocked. They're 50 foot laterally, but 100 foot down.
Oh, okay.
So
70 odd. Actually, no more than that.
slightly more than that. So it'd be, yeah, whatever it is.
Like that.
Yeah, essentially.
So,
Yeah.
about 100 and something.
Yeah. So that is a 29 to hit Foundling.
What do you think?
I think you might be doing some
Halfway's Foundling from me, sorry.
Foundling from you. Did you run straight up, Foundling, or did you run slightly towards them?
I just went pretty much straight up. I thought I was pretty much directly underneath.
No, you're still 100 foot away from them.
Oh yeah, I am. Okay, but yeah, I did just go straight up. I want to get the fuck away from these things.
That's fair. Foundling is 100 foot laterally and down 70 foot. So that is 18, 24 points of piercing damage.
Deflect missiles.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. I managed to take away 24 points of that damage. Oh wow.
Woo!
What does that leave? Sorry, how much was it?
It was 24, I think.
Yeah, catch it.
Throw it back.
Hold on.
Throw it back.
Hold on. Double checking my numbers. Yeah, 24.
I shouldn't be supposed to keep it. Fuck it, I'm gonna throw it back.
Woof! Yeet! Make an attack roll. Ranged attack roll.
How big is this thing as well? It's
Yeah,
huge, isn't
I rolled a 4 on the die.
Ah. What's the total? Because it's considered a monk weapon, isn't it?
When you throw it back, it is, yeah.
So I'll get my dex and proficiency.
Yes.
13.
Oh, just misses. Armor
I
class
mean,
is...
you are scaling a wall at this point.
Yeah.
That's true.
It would have
I
been
just kind
pretty
of just
impressive.
catch it behind my head.
Yeah, exactly. You sort of catch... You've just managed to deflect it and push it straight upwards, not trying to... You do catch it, but then you throw it back down, it just impacts next to it, so you sort of like a threat of a throw. Alright, then... Yeah, the second one's going to take a shot at... it's going to shoot Action. That is a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
14. 34 points of piercing damage. The last one is actually going to... It's sort of angling away from the wall, and it's going to take a shot at Kalatar.
Okay.
Yeah, it has 3... You've been shooting its buddies.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Sees you as a threat. So, advantage, but +5 to your AC. What was that, Ross? People?
So it's about time someone else got hit. So it's fine.
Yeah, he definitely gets hit. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
I quickly throw my armour on.
So don't...
13. 27 plus 8. I rolled dog paw on that time.
35.
35 points piercing damage. How bad are you looking?
Quite hurt.
Another one of the spikes just sort of fires out and impacts into Kalatar. The rest of you are sort of thinking, this is not a good place to be standing. That brings us back to the end of their round to Foundling.
Run! Yeah, well, climb. So yeah, I'm going to main action dash and get us head directly for the ledge where the rest of the party are.
Okay.
So that's 100 feet of movement with my main action dash.
Yep. Yeah, because you basically were using the climb, and then you got into a position to run yourself back up using your vertical wall climb. So that will get you up to where the rest of the party is.
Woohoo!
But only just.
He got eaten, but still beat me to the top of the wall. Is
Yeah,
what they're saying.
that's essentially what happened.
And just because I've had enough of being hit and eaten, I'm going to spend the key to do a bonus action dodge.
Okay. Alright, Kalatar.
That could have gone better.
Yes, that's that one. Okay, I'll erase that. Apparently I'd used 2 charges on the chance game.
You did in the previous fight. You used guiding bolt a couple of times.
Did I?
Yeah.
Not against the hags.
No, but did you against the peat mammoth?
Oh yeah, I might have done.
I wouldn't think so. We were close to the peat mammoth.
Yeah, but Kalatar wasn't. Kalatar was throwing
He
guiding
was
bolts.
well away.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I am going to turn what's names, as it were, and I am going to use all 4 of the remaining charges to target the one that's just thrown a spike at me.
Okay, which is the yellow one.
That's fine.
Go for it, make an attack roll. This is a 4th level guiding bolt?
Yeah. 14 plus whatever.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's
Mini.
4. 7? 7d6?
Yep. It's 4 plus. You guys have seen Kalatar angry and irritated before. This you can see where the orc comes from as he sort of throws caution to the wind.
Oh, fuck you! 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6.
Oh.
8, 11, 12, 18.
18 points of damage.
Oh, you bastard.
On the plus side, it is glowing.
Oh, that's alright then.
Yep, okay.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself. First level.
Yep.
9. Oh, that's great. The time I do it to myself, I actually do something decent on the roll.
Trick, you're up.
I will duck out and take another shot.
They are now within 50 feet of you, laterally.
How far is the total range?
Well, there are 100. The thing is that you're shooting down at them, so the range on projectile weapons I'm not too fussed about.
So my optimal range is 80 feet.
I would say because you're shooting down, and there's no wind down here, it's not going to affect your distance. So I'm going to say that's okay.
So in that case, if I'm done coming out of hiding, can I have advantage?
You could have advantage.
Take it, Tom, quickly.
Unfortunately, you're now hiding because you're now on the ceiling.
That's how yes, you can't even say it.
Which one are you shooting, by the way, Tom?
The one I've been shooting all this time.
Okay, the white one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an unnatural 20 to hit.
Hits.
Sneak attack?
Yep.
What?
Uh, 4, 6, 7. I'm a dice short. $13 damage.
As you take the shot this time, now that you can see where it is, the arrow passes straight through the horns and the spikes at the top of its head and just passes straight through the skull and out of the jaw into the ground, dropping it dead.
I will do a very restrained like that.
Little fist pump of... Alright.
And another 23 for stealth.
Is this when you're just rolling below a 10? This is just reliable talent.
Every single time, every single roll for stealth has been below a 10.
Yep. Alright. Action.
Run.
I will climb the last 10 feet,
Okay.
throw the root on the ground, and then go, let's go kill them!
Okay.
No.
Look around at the faces of people around me, and do they look like they want to go kill them?
Make an insight check.
That is a 10.
I was really hoping for a 1 because that would have been great. Foundling and Kelatar are bleeding. Anna has also got some wounds. You're also bleeding.
So it really sounds like we're all like really riled up, ready to get really stuck in. Yeah.
That's the interpretation you want to take from it? Then absolutely, you may do that, sir.
No, I would look around and see everyone looks a bit disheartened. No, not disheartened is the right word, but a bit weary. We've had a long day. I'll go, alright, whatever then. Then I'll pick the route up and I'll use the rest of my movement to start walking out the tunnel.
Okay, cool.
And I Spartan kick him back down to the block.
Boom!
Oh.
Kafina?
Oh shit, yeah.
Walk away.
Hit out of the cloud thing.
Yeah, go for it.
That thingy.
I'm going to say that, no, they're out of range of that by now.
What?
The cloud, because they're now 50 feet away from you. It's, what was it, 120 foot range that she cast at initially?
Oh, right, okay.
It was right on the cusp of that range.
Oh, sorry, it's confusing me because the marker that you put down for it is still in front of me.
Oh yeah, no, it's way back over.
Oh, okay, no worries. I won't do that then.
She can drop concentration on that.
Cool. Fee is going to step back up the tunnel. Out the
Okay,
way.
so Action is leading the way up the tunnel. I'm going to put them over there, followed by Kafina. Anna.
We just run, I assume. We're getting out. Is that what they're doing?
They are leaving, yes.
Leaving. Yes.
Okay. You are now following Kafina. Brings us to their turn. They are going to circle out and around. Yeah, no, they're going to circle out and around so they can now see the entrance that they're at, and they are going to take shots at the ones that they can see, which are Foundling and Kelatar.
Remember the ones that attack me at a disadvantage because I dodged?
Correct, but they have advantage on attack rolls. Oh, it's just melee attacks. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, fine. In which
Are they
case,
within 60 feet?
yeah, found.
60 feet of me.
You're within 60. Yeah, you're within 60 feet of Actian and Anna. So
how close are they?
they are probably about 80 odd foot down.
Okay, how many are coming for me?
One at the moment.
Cool. Can I cast Unlock on that?
Yes, it's 100 foot down and 80 across, so it's probably.
So it's 25 foot for the spell, but if I've got the telescope.
Yeah, sure. We'll let you do that. So disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. Double natural 20s.
Oh, shit.
Genuinely, you couldn't.
That either.
Oh no, I'll believe it, I'll believe it.
That is 12 and 12 and 14 plus 8 is 34 points of damage to Kelatar.
Okay.
And to Foundling, also disadvantage, a natural 1. So it fires out at you, and you've just seeing it. You've read their movements now. You understand where these shots are coming from. You've got so many of them that have penetrated you. You are now aware of how it's going to fly. So you then just take a strike upwards with the tonfa and just deflect it straight up into the ceiling. So it now looks like it's one tooth that is just hanging out of the ceiling of this cavern.
Nice.
As the one hits me,
Yes.
I drop.
To 1.
I was going to say I would like to absorb most of that if I can.
I say, I'm currently on 1 hit point because I
Relentless endurance.
went unconscious then came back.
I don't know that you can do that, so
Fair.
whatever you cook, you have to take 1 point.
So it was 35 points that you took total. How many were you at?
16.
So you're at 15 essentially. So Anna, you
Yeah.
take 34 points of piercing damage.
Well,
I think. Something like that.
Thank you, darling.
yeah.
As the impact hits into Kelatar, it turns into more like a paper cut instead of a full force impact. As Anna then stumbles forwards into Kafina with just a wound opening in her stomach, but bleeding into her armor because no one else can see it. So Foundling, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm leaving.
Okay, you're out of range. Trick or Kelatar, sorry.
I am running the hell away.
Okay,
Just full sprint.
all right. And Trick.
I will follow.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Sigh of relief.
Yep.
You know,
I
I think random, I'm honest with you.
As I've got a spare turn, I will bonus action second wind.
Okay. Regain 1d10 plus 1.
Oh, and hold a support, eh?
That's true. Those are things you can do.
So second wind gains me 9.
Fuck!
Hold a support gains me 30, so I gain 39 points.
Okay.
Which puts me on the best number of all.
69?
69. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it is 69.
That was.
It is 69.
Nice.
A bit of an anticlimactic kind of reveal then, because it's like, best number ever, 70.
Yeah, no, 69.
Sorry, Ross, are you saying that in your experience 69s are anticlimactic?
Yes.
I feel sorry for your wife.
Dick's too.
Sorry?
Dick's too big.
Roll for deception.
Alright, so you start making your way back up the tunnel.
I turn around and go, shit, Jumbo!
I'll make a perception check for Jumbo. What's his perception?
Oh shit, what is his wisdom score? Probably not very good. -1.
So a 6. Luckily, it's an echoey tunnel, so...
I was going to say, if not, I'm casting Dimension Door to get to him, dragging him, waiting 6 seconds, and then casting it again.
Okay. Yeah, I would say with this...
Not.
What?
No, you're bloody not.
Just gonna get the glass golem that's just standing there out of harm's way, not doing anything. So
Fucking no.
it's your fault. You forgot to get it.
No.
All right. Also, because it's a 6, you do have to go back and get it. So Kalatar is now at the back with his little glass golem.
I'll mark down.
See Kalatar irritatedly flash away and then flash back.
Mark down the spell slots.
All right. So
Notice how we've told you about flashing before.
I know, but it's been a while since I've done it.
all right. So with that, you.
I'm sorry for putting you in danger, Action. I thought that would go differently.
Well, no, it's fine. I kind of wanted to stay and fight, to be fair.
Glad we didn't.
You do hear coming from down the tunnel the roars of the injured and now hungry creatures.
They can eat their friends.
They're not. Yeah, they are. You suspect they probably are eating their friends. One that's left over, anyway. But after taking another 2 hours to crawl back upwards, obviously you're going uphill and it's a bit slick, so it takes you a little bit longer to get back up. You emerge back into the swamp of Rancor. Following the path that you had previously, you return back to the little resting area of Belgabad, where the 4 dragons are there waiting for you. The one that would see you first would be Fulmar. Fulmar says to you,
So, were you successful?
We were. We have the desired tree root for you.
Actually, I've just realised something.
That's what I wanted to say then.
Yeah, just realised. You have no idea what he said.
No!
Thank you. Just like that. Oh yeah, shit, tongues.
Can I have cast tongues in anticipation?
Sure. You knew this was going to happen because you
Yeah.
can't speak common.
How long? I'm trying to work out if I've had enough time to ritual cast comprehend languages.
If you stopped once you got out of the tunnel, yes, you could have done. You could have taken 10 minutes.
Nah, I probably wouldn't have stopped us at that point.
Okay.
I'll leave it.
All right. Yes, he says.
Good. Now we must make the supplement for Father.
By all means, I do not have the knowledge of how to produce.
We do not have the equipment.
So they raise their claws.
That makes sense.
But Foundling, you do hear Kalatar's side of the conversation.
Yes, I have a herbalism kit and I know how to use it.
Okay.
Wait, you speak. Whoa. Okay.
No, he understands you.
I was thinking, you understand Draconic? Cool.
No, understands you.
Fair enough.
All right. So you set up to get this route to the ready. So this is going to be a group skill challenge to create the relative poultice and the various bits. So each of you can add something to this of the 5 of you that are actually here. And we'll see how it goes depending on what you need to do. So obviously there is the whole creation of it, of the poultice. So who has something they wish to contribute?
I have my medicine skill.
Okay, so that might be more beneficial later at the end when you're actually applying the poultice.
Okay, well, I have proficiency with the herbalism kit.
Okay.
That's probably pretty good.
Yeah. Is there anything that you need to do in terms of preparation for leading up to it, and anything else that anyone thinks might help?
I have the history roll of knowing what to do with it.
Yeah. So I will say make another intelligence history check for this one.
Ooh. 23.
Okay. So you now have the knowledge of how to best prepare this. I guess this is medicine, if that makes any difference whatsoever.
Well, yeah, massively.
Better or worse?
27.
Better. So you have the knowledge of what needs to be done to prepare for this and how it needs to be applied. So you understand that it needs to be cut up finely, needs to be turned into into a mash mixed with water and a few other ingredients that are around and easily available. Some local herbs. Yes, Trick.
I was going to say, other ingredients, if there are any, can I use my investigation to find them?
Yes, by all means, make an investigation for foraging.
May I join in on that with some naturing?
Yeah, make a nature check to see if you can find some equivalents. Well, let's see how well Trick does first. You might find them.
The investigation is 28.
You managed to find all of the necessary ingredients within a 5-minute walk of where you are resting. So you have all of them.
I had them all in my pocket.
So you have all of the necessary components. So that is 2 successes.
I'm just going to think it hasn't turned around and gone, one of the necessary ingredients is a tail spike from those dinosaurs.
Yeah, you have plenty of those on you. Foundling has now got extreme body piercings.
Ow. Ow.
I'm fairly certain Axion has just got one that's sticking straight through his thigh, which is not pleasant.
Oh yeah.
Anything else
That's
that
the noise it makes, is it?
Yeah, like a pop.
Yep. So obviously there needs to be the cutting of the roots and the preparation of it.
Does that sound like someone who should have a bit of finesse about them?
Not necessarily. You need to just break. It's like cutting ginger to then make into a sauce. You don't really care too much about.
If there's anything which means I can be strong, then I will do that. My responsibility is going to be actually stands there looking strong.
I mean, you can certainly be the person to chop things up. You can use your glaive to hack at it.
Or hack at something.
Sure.
Show what I've got.
Make just a attack roll.
Oh wait. I'm going to warn... Is this at the dragon? I'm going to warn the dragon before I roll the
It's
attack.
not at the dragon.
Out of interest, are you using the glaive or your axe?
I'll use the glaive.
Okay.
Wham!
Here we go. It's a 24.
Okay, you managed to chop it with enough degree of finesse. Unknown to those of you who have ever seen someone using a glaive to cut a root that is 5 foot long and essentially like a carrot in several areas. Just sort of
Throw it into the air.
yeah, exactly. You slice it, you peel it. It's incredible. The degree of finesse is unparalleled. So that's 3 successes. So you then have Foundling actually making the poultice and then applying it.
I think we're going to be better off assisting Foundling in
Yeah, I was
that
going to say,
rather
can I
than
get someone to assist me?
Yeah, Kalatar hasn't done it
Sure.
yet. So Kalatar can help Foundling in making the poultice. So make your this will be an intelligence check with your proficiency.
And advantage?
And advantage, yes.
This is when you miss guidance and stuff.
Yeah.
Hashtag bless.
That's what
Don't
help.
miss it that much. That's an unnatural 20.
Okay. You managed to grind up the relative parts, the finely chopped pieces by Action. You managed to grind out the relative juices into it. You managed to pull out some of the some cotton that you've had contained within your pack that you are able to use to absorb in and to help with the natural fibres. You get a few other bits and pieces that you just grind into this juice that you then absorb into the cotton, which has a horrible pungent smell that is completely at odds with the root itself when it started off, but grinding it out, it's just released a sort of sulphurous scent, which is unpleasant. But in comparison to everything else that's around here, it's not that bad. And then finally, it will be a medicine check to apply the poultice and make sure that it is done correctly.
Yes. May I approach to apply this?
You may.
Is anyone able to help me?
Anyone who is proficient in medicine. Yeah, you may help then, Anna. Because there will also be an element of healing magic that will be needed to heal the wounds that are there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can pump I have a 5th level cure wounds in my ring.
Yeah, then by all means. So Roll the healing for the cure wounds, and Foundling roll for a medicine check with advantage.
Am I able to pop Beacon of Hope so he is able to get the maximum amount of healing?
You know what? Yes. I will say that. Yes.
Then it's a 5th level Cure Wounds.
So 40 plus your wisdom modifier.
44 healing.
44 points of healing.
Mm.
5d8.
And that's a 21 on the medicine check.
21 on the medicine and the 44. So as the two of you lay your hands into the poultice, you start pushing the magic through. You can feel the flesh underneath start to regrow and the poison itself getting sucked into that poultice, drawn out of the flesh. And you can feel as it's pulling back. You feel like you're basically pulling a medium-sized basketball out of the flesh here. So much smaller, sort of thing. And you just feel the weight of it as it just... You now have this sort of green-white oozing mass that's sort of streaked with blood that is now on top of the poultice. And it looks like using that has drawn it through. You can see that the skin underneath, where scales would be, they've obviously been torn out and those take a long time to regrow. But there is a healed over section of flesh, and the degree of poison seems to be drawing out like a tendril, sort of evacuating the pores of this dragon. So there is a clear weak spot where that shoulder has been wounded, which is interesting to make a note of if you were intent on hurting this dragon, but you are able to...
Reason to believe it was trying to eat you, I would probably take note of it, yes.
You're more intent on helping. We also see the unintended effects of there is some recovering to the wings, which will make it more beneficial in terms of flight. But having completed that healing, the dragon stands up with using its claws to get itself a good anchor point before it stands up, pushing the trees that are laid across its back as a makeshift cover, and spreads his wings wide, thrusting them up into the air as he...
I am Belgabad, reborn.
And that is where we'll pick up next time.
I'm in danger!
So, that is where we are going to pick it up for next time. Let's change that to that view. So, that is our first attempt at doing this via Zoom, which seems to have worked relatively well.
Really?
Yeah, that was really good.
Really well.
Cool. Tom approves. So, thank you everyone for joining us and for keeping this going, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as much as we have. Stay safe out there, make sure to take care of each other, and I am not going to use that sign off because it is very poorly loaded. That is what the hell is that, Dom?
Little toy.
Okay.
And I suggest stay inside until Friday.
Do you know what? I'm going to go with that. Stay inside until Friday, and the government tells you it's okay to leave.
Isolate until Friday.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe.